Start streaming. We're streaming.
I don't know if you're streaming. Oh my gosh, you got it ready to go. He's a pro.
I'm a pro.
A professional.
Professional streamer gamer.
Nice. That was real nice. Oh, geez.
Oh my gosh.
Hello. Everyone's safe? Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Yay, our girlfriend is back. Let's go. First, yes, you were. Absolutely. We're quiet.
We're quiet.
Is this quiet now?
We can turn us up if we need to. Hold up, I'm putting out a Instagram.
Am I quiet now? We are clutching on the campus. Amen. Well, let me mic myself up here.
You guys like our copyright-free, royalty-free music, free use beats? That we're
12
listening to?
hours of free background, relaxed vibes, lo-fi,
Relaxed
chill,
movement.
relaxed movement, royalty-free music.
Alright, sorry. I'm putting out an Instagram story. I put out a tweet as well. Did the
Unbelievable.
Discord go live?
It's just Donawall, you guys. That's just what it is.
Oh,
Not gonna
man.
be the one to say it. Thanks, Bree. That's so nice. I wonder what food is.
I like food.
Said they were doing food. Smile. Oh. That's so
That work?
creepy. It's so wholesome though. It's so cute.
Nice.
Hi Rishi. Oh my gosh, my voice. Oh hey.
Hey, didn't see you there. Sorry, that was bad. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys. How do we sound, by the way? How do we sound? Do we sound
Are
alright?
we sounding good?
I can turn this up if we need to. I might clip this on my jacket at some point, but we are currently live
We are live.
from Chicago. Chicago. We are in Chicago to watch Red Bull Campus Clutch. And we've been making some content. I've been on the stream a couple times. It's been dope. It's been real fun. But most of the day is done. So, for anyone that's new and doesn't know anything about Red Bull Campus Clutch, it is a national tournament. It's actually a worldwide collegiate tournament, but this is the U.S. finals. So, about over 700 U.S. teams competed to qualify for this tournament. The top 8 got to come play at this LAN tournament here in Chicago, which actually is freaking awesome. This whole center is actually really cool. I mean, look behind me.
The center
at
is
this.
so
Look at how
sick.
dope this is. Anyway, so the top 8 have competed here, but now we are down to just 2 players. Round. Wow.
Whoa, whoa,
Could you guys hear that?
whoa, whoa.
I don't know if you guys can hear
Did
that.
you guys catch any of that?
So,
Nice.
so we're now down to the final teams: Winthrop University and Northwood. And we're gonna be watching. We're gonna be co-streaming a best of 3 for these teams, and it's gonna be freaking awesome. I'm very excited for it. I'm very excited. It's gonna be a very good time. Let me make sure my stream announcement went off. Wow. How do we sound though, guys? Does it sound all right?
Yeah, does it sound
Are you
good?
interviewing again? I will be doing some interview content off stream. So we'll make some like Red Bull TikTok content kind of stuff. I don't know what's that. I brought mine back up. Ugh.
Lamb.
He was the world's best coach.
Wow.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and cut the royalty-free beats short, if that's all right.
The relaxed movement.
What's up with Jorsa? Oh my gosh. All right, collegiate.
The 10-second countdown.
I
OMG, OMG, OMG.
could have just been playing this music the whole time. What am I doing?
It's okay. It was more relaxed. Now we're getting hyped.
All right, guys. So we are watch partying the event, live from the event.
Woo!
How are we all doing? What's up, Wallace? Rishi?
Wallace. Hi, Wallace.
Oh my gosh, grilled too.
Still-
World best couch. I want it.
Can I have
I am the
one
best
drop?
crouch. I am the best couch. I am the best. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
The Guck. I've been calling him Gucci. I don't know if that's true, but it's like
I
Duck
like
107.
Gucci, yeah.
I feel like Gucci is appropriate.
I don't think anyone will be upset about
being
being
called
called
Gucci.
Gucci.
Hello.
hello.
It's both.
It's both.
I was actually
Okay,
just
nice.
talking to Guck. Oh, the countdown started again. We're going another 5 minutes.
5 more videos.
5 more minutes. Ethan
Nice.
called him Guck. Others called him Gucci. Yeah,
Oh.
I've been calling him Gucci.
Makes sense
Yeah.
to me.
These are my like 2 favorite teams, I think, to win the whole thing. I mean, that's easy for me to say here, but
Yeah.
during the top 8, I did call Winthrop winning, and they were like 3rd or 4th seed, so they weren't like super predicted to win. Pretty stoked. What are they playing for? Okay, so the winner of this tournament is going to Turkey in like 2 weeks to represent the U.S. in the World Finals, which we are also going to Turkey, which is dope.
I'm so
Um,
excited.
So we'll be there co-streaming the event from Turkey. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, so pretty excited for this whole event. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, like, today's about to be great. I might go get a drink before this. I don't even know.
I think I'm gonna need some food here pretty soon.
You're gonna get
They
the
said
food?
they're bringing out food at 4:45.
Gamers is also going to announce our first and second place winners of the Red Bull Campus Club Gaming Challenge.
Oh, aim lab
there was a
stuff. I don't know if you
specific
guys can hear
aim
that.
labs aim lab.
Yeah, aiming
An
challenge.
aim labs
lab
challenge
challenge.
here. Because if you guys didn't know, this event is at a really cool venue. It's like a gaming
Bar.
bar with an arcade. It's really cool. So they had
Yeah.
one of the little gaming setups be a Red Bull Aim Labs challenge. It's pretty cool. An 11-month sub.
What? Oh, 11 months. Ratio, thank you for the for the resub. Restream. Gosh, my brain is fried. I've been up since like. I mean, you've been up
7
early.
baby.
It's 7 a.m. Chicago time,
Yeah, it is early.
which is 5 a.m. California time. So I'm excited.
I know.
That's all
I went
good.
to bed at like 11 p.m.,
It's the
which was
earliest.
so early in California time, and then I woke up at 7.
Mel, you rating out? Mel is rating
Absolutely,
out.
yeah. I grinded it out. It's the only way I was going to be allowed in the building, so. Yeah.
Sorry if I don't know this, but who is this? This is
Go, friends.
girlfriend Melissa. Yo, thank you for the 56 bits.
Nice.
Let's go. Yeah, so this whole thing is gonna just be pretty freaking hype. I'm very excited. Yeah, so anyway, winner of this goes to Turkey, gets an all expenses paid trip to Turkey,
Mm-hmm.
where they represent the U.S. in the World Finals. Yeah, that's about it. That's pretty exciting.
That's about it. Thanks,
Pretty-
Luke.
That's pretty exciting.
This is going to be. Some of the games today have been so hype.
Oh my gosh, there was one game from actually Northwood
Yeah.
that they ended up losing the game, which was a bummer. But because so Northwood actually came in from the losers bracket, which is weird. But Northwood had a game where they were like about to lose. It was like 11-9 or something like that, and one of their guys was caught in a 1v3 situation with a stinger, and somehow he kills 2 with a stinger, picked up a rifle, and killed the 3rd. And it was like
It was
one of the most
nuts.
hype plays I've seen, and I don't think it was on stream anywhere.
It
was so sad.
good though. I'm really hoping that they're recording these games because that was such a sick clip.
Are these college teams? Yeah, these are all collegiate teams. So this is the biggest, like, this Red Bull Campus Clutch is the biggest collegiate tournament for Valorant in the world. And so each year for the last 3 years, they've had this massive tournament that they've held their own Campus Clutch around the world, and the best teams all compete for a spot to represent their country in the World Finals. So this is the U.S. Finals, and we have Northwood versus Winthrop are the final two teams that are competing for this spot to represent the U.S. in the World Finals for Turkey. They're both really stacked teams. Winthrop has a previous Campus Clutch U.S. winner, Nashi, and they also have Infiltrator, who's like top 10 and ranked, which is nuts. They also have Gucci Guck, who plays with Ethos. Northwood is last year's winning team, so they actually won not only the U.S. Finals but the World Finals as well. So they're also going for the 2-time as well, which is pretty nuts. Is Logan playing? Yes, Logan is on Northwood. No, Logan replaced Ferbza from Northwood last year because Ferbza is trialing for pro teams right now, I think. So Logan is filled for Ferbza, Northwood, over the last, like, I don't know, however many months, but they picked up Logan. Yeah, Northwood looking pretty solid. They just beat Fisher, which was the #1 seed. So we actually have the I believe, Northwood is the #4 seed, and Winthrop is 3. Yeah, that's insane. So #1 and #2 seed out of the tournament, and #3 and #4.
And welcome back, boys and
Oh my
girls.
gosh.
We
Oh
are
my
almost
gosh.
ready to jump into the grand final here for the Red Bull Campus.
Is that a good volume?
US Finals. One team will be going to Turkey to represent the red, white, and blue, the stars and stripes, the rock
go.
flag and eagle.
I was just in that
Everything
room with Bach
represents
a minute
on
ago.
the global stage. And let's be fair, US #1. I know you don't understand because you're just this weird Canadian, but we are really good at Valorant. That's just what we do. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, US #1.
He's not wrong. He's not
what
wrong.
happened in
We're the
the
best.
last year and a half. As far as I'm concerned, US won Campus Clutch, EG won champs.
Oh my gosh.
Number
US
one.
won CVAL. The
Yeah,
US
number
team
one.
North won.
Number one. America wins. That's all it always is. Sorry, rest of the world.
Honestly, it's fair. It's fair play. There's results to back it up at the very least, but we still need to find out who will be #1
Nice.
in the #1.
Yes.
That's the
TV right here
question.
just
It
turned
doesn't
on.
matter if you're the #2 and the #1.
The question
he's
is,
Canadian,
like
he's playing for
SJSU,
a
they weren't
US
#1,
team, though.
But how do they stack up? Well,
So-
are they
Hi,
still like?
Wizard.
Are they just? Is it like the top
Hey,
8
Mel.
from
Oh,
this
and
or the
UQ,
top
okay.
8 just across
Not for
all
you, sec.
CVAL?
Well-
I think
Ugh.
what would be interesting is if I don't know, there could be some like show
Well,
match or
New
something.
Zealand being the world champs? I think
4
so.
from the US, again, like #4 from Canada. See how that
I
matches
believe
up.
so.
Or, like, do it Rift Rival style, the way that they did, way back. I don't know. Rift Rivals was weird for League. Do you remember that when they did NA versus EU and all that stuff? They were just like, yeah, we're just gonna put the best 3 teams at it. We're gonna do it in the middle of the season. It was a little weird. There were some teams that really should have been.
I
in the
believe so,
national
yeah.
stage
There was
that
an
were there.
Australian team
I
last year. I
won't
believe there was a
comment
New
on
Zealand
that.
team
They're
last
all
year. I don't
okay,
remember how
New
far they
Zealand,
went,
you know what?
but
This isn't a league
Right
broadcast. Why am I talking about league? Let's talk about Valorant here. But first, let's talk about everyone who made this possible, because there's been so many people who have just helped
you watch
out
Mel
around here.
stream
Of
the
course, thank you
Campus
so
Clutch.
much
Oh, and Kyo.
to
Nice.
Red
Yeah, yeah,
Bull,
yeah, 100%.
Hi, Chrissy.
US, Red Bull Media House, Red Bull
Hello.
New
Global,
Zealand
everyone
on top.
for being a part of this production and making this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, OC kinda.
time working with all of
OC
you as
is an
well.
amazing-
Also, thank you to
I'm
the
sorry,
partners
I'm sorry.
as well. I've had
Duh.
Your region isn't big enough.
Nuke, all the PCs
Yeah,
were
that's a
provided by
fair
them.
point.
You're
I
too
like.
young to
It's
have
nothing
any
against
problems.
Australian players. There are a couple
There's like 4
Australian
names
goats
on
out
the list.
there, but
Uh,
the whole
Aegon,
region just doesn't
back
have enough
captain of the
players
jerseys, that's for sure.
to like
You had to look back.
get up to the same level.
He got 2.
Yeah, you know what? I got 2 of them. Nonetheless, no. Thank you to everyone who's made this possible. Of course, I guess I have to toot my own horn. Thank you to CVH, but thank you to Mitch and Hybrid as well, who have really been helpful in
Nice.
helping me make this possible alongside the rest of CVH here. Thank
Who's
you
the hottie
to
on the left of the
Dave,
cam?
our
Oh, that's Bach.
producer, the goat here. Absolutely amazing.
Oh, he waves.
Up here. Yes,
Just
he
for
did.
you.
Yeah, wait for
That
me.
was for
Yeah.
you.
Perfect.
Committed to the cause. Incredible guy.
I mean, is there? I never actually even asked why.
If I were to walk and go get a drink,
I don't know if you.
could I take the mic and you
I
guys can
thought-
still hear me?
I
I wonder how
assumed
far
it
it
was a different
reaches.
show.
Yeah, he was on
Like,
a different.
okay,
We're
different
gonna
show,
learn today.
Back-to-back shows, whatever. Go from
We
one
are
to the
gonna
next.
learn.
Arrived here early
I mean,
in the
food's
morning.
gonna come out.
Started setup yesterday.
I know, I'm gonna need to
obviously
get
very
some.
committed
I
to
think
it.
it should be
Everyone
out
was
now.
should be
If you
here
want to go
now.
check.
Especially on the
You can
Red
go
Bull
check if you
team. You guys didn't see it at
I'll
home,
go
but
check.
yesterday
not gonna bring
before
my
the
mic,
players
though.
even arrived,
You're gonna bring
members
your
of the Red
mic?
Bull team were saying,
No.
"Hey, we've basically been planning this event since the last
Nope.
event.
I'll go
It takes a
check, though.
long time to execute something to the scale of what they're doing next door." And as someone who's done an event in this space before, That room doesn't look anything like that normally. They did a lot to.
Fans
dress
here
that
too
room
busy
up. The boxes are
being
incredible.
mad at the
Those little
Rugby
boxes
World
behind
Cup
each
ref.
players,
Oh
they're
gosh.
actually phenomenally done. The
Wait,
view
is that what
is
happened when
really
like
cool.
everyone
There's, like, a
stopped playing
silent
because the refs were
disco
like
type
super?
Everyone's it's,
Or is that-
yeah,
or
it's
is that
a
soccer
tower with 4
recently?
TVs around it that was
So
just
GF play
showing
Val?
perspectives all day,
Yes.
and you have headphones where you can switch between the different things. It's awesome. It's
She's
really,
Radiant too.
Just kudos, well done by the Red Bull team, very well executed. And I'm not just saying that because I'm sitting here. If I was in that other room, I'd be like, you guys really killed it. So good work to everybody. But
It's almost
we gotta
out.
watch
They're
it.
bringing out
Almost
the
dinner
good-
We have
time.
to thank Ignite. We have to thank the venue.
oh yeah,
We
and
have to
this
thank the
this
venue, yeah.
actually is an awesome venue. I mean,
Yes.
you guys may have heard it leak at times. Like
Love
right
this
outside this
headphone
room
setup.
is an active
How does my mic
arcade.
sound if I put it right there?
I
Shot.
can't wait to get out there and enjoy it a little bit. Been watching people play games all weekend, both.
Yeah,
here
we're in like an
and over
arcade
there.
bar,
Literally right
which
next
is
to it.
Yeah,
Every
just
time we look
sick.
out the window, we're like,
Oh yeah, there's like little kids.
This
riding
whole
motorcycles
venue
right
is-
now. It's
They're
pretty
riding
cool.
through Hong
Yeah,
Kong
the
right
venue's
now.
so
They're having a great
nice.
time. Yeah, but I mean, Ignite's been great. Especially shout out to you know what? We have to give a special shout out to Chef Katie, the head TO as well. She's been amazing at setting everything else, giving us great comms.
The headphone setup that we have going on here is pretty awesome. I wish we could show you guys.
You didn't just
It's
do
a
that.
cord
I did,
going
I did
into
just do
a-
that.
Oh my
I've cursed
An
a lot.
Xbox controller,
But
and then it's
nonetheless,
splitting into two of ours.
And that's just our headsets.
And that's just the headset.
Song, yeah,
It's
he's
pretty
awesome.
awesome.
We have our mics
I'm just
that
going
are
through
just my
thank
my
yous and
wireless
stuff.
mics that I use
We're
for like
about to get
TikTok
to a
content.
match.
Let's go.
You
Shout out some guy on
never,
TikTok that recommended
ever-
these.
You can talk about it privately. you'd be
Radiant
like,
Top
we're on
100.
schedule.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah, that's what you are.
realistically, you
Yeah.
shouldn't even say it out loud. You just be like,
I was still in
we might
college,
finish
I'm-
at a
you know, I'd
certain
be
hour.
here,
Don't
but,
say
you
you're
know.
ahead of schedule. The
Yeah.
second you say those words,
don't
Could
want
I go
to.
back to college to compete
hell
in
will
campus
rain down
clutch?
upon you.
Technically,
could I
you
just
can.
take like
You just
two
opened
classes or
Schrödinger's
something?
box.
Technically, you could.
Like, what if I just failed them
Schrödinger,
and just
the
don't
cat is
actually
dead.
show up to
You killed it.
classes?
It's your
I
fault.
think with the same, I think the same rule would
our
apply as
producer
for
just
normal
looked over at
sports,
us
where
and
you
he
have
was
to
like,
have a
"Okay,
specific
what?"
grade.
So,
Probably.
focusing on this game.
I could pay
and we
them
can take
off.
another
Oh
peek
my
at the bracket. I think
gosh.
it's
Spend on
apropos
YouTube
given
as
that
well.
we've been
No, I'm
talking
not gonna
about
multi-stream on
the
day.
run from these teams. We now find
I'll be
ourselves in the grand
multi-streaming
finals between Winthrop and Northwood.
Monday or
Winthrop
whenever.
really did just kind of skate in here
Whenever.
under the radar. Not an
Oh, look at this
underdog,
bracket.
not a
This is
favorite.
nuts.
They're not
Yeah,
like
this is
the
insane
highest ranked
that-
team. They're not the
I wish it
lowest
showed
ranked
the
team. They're just a team.
the
They just
seeds.
the
exist.
seeds.
They
Yeah,
looked great.
so
Everything
Fisher
we've
was
seen
number
them
1
play, they've
here.
actually looked fantastic. They
Northwood
crushed
is number
OST in
3,
their opener. If you
or
remember,
4
they
actually, I
beat-
think.
That was
And then
the
Winthrop
most
was number
lopsided
3.
potentially quarterfinal match where we picked it because we thought this would be the closest. They looked pretty good against MBU. They looked great.
Yeah,
against
MBU
Fisher
Spartans
for
was
the
the
first 10
second
rounds.
seed,
Then they started to lose some rounds.
and
towards
they
the tail end. They
went
started
out
surrendering
kind of
control.
fast actually.
I
They
mean,
won their first
by
game,
comparison to all
and
these
then
other
lost their
teams,
second
Winthrop
against
really
Winthrop,
has
and then lost their
weapons
third against the
to
8th
outshine everybody
the
in
8th
this
seed.
LAN environment.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the
pretty
amazing thing is
crazy.
that
It's
it feels
pretty
as if
wild.
Winthrop is finally realizing their potential. And in our power rankings,
Boom,
preseason
boom.
rankings had Winthrop at number 2. We expected them to be second there, right next to Northwood this entire time.
I think the game's
And
gonna start
instead, they
pretty
didn't
now,
meet those
pretty soon.
expectations.
Hmm?
But now, with
I said I
all these
don't know.
roster swaps, we've talked to
believe
the
it's gonna
players.
start
We've
fairly
had
Can you
the
soon.
hear that very
they've
well in your
come
headset?
into their own here, and now in a LAN
it's
environment
pretty
where a
quiet.
lot of
Okay,
them are
cool.
familiar
I was
from,
on to make
from
sure it
the
wasn't
tier
just
2
mine.
scene, they are thriving
I'll
here.
turn it up a little bit
And
when they
on the
actually
flip side,
start.
Northwood,
Sweet.
a team that has
When's
been
the next
to
YouTube
all
video
these
coming out,
events,
bro? I
how
posted one this
This
morning.
morning.
there on Ascent
My
against
goodness,
Fisher.
how is that one
They
doing?
What
fight
came out
their
this
way to the
morning?
lower bracket. I mean, that game against SJSU,
Eh.
we didn't catch it on
Next one
stream.
should be like Monday or Tuesday, though.
13-3 on Bind right after taking down UCF on the same map.
Guys, can we get
Another little trip
19
and
new
fall there,
subscribers
not
on YouTube real
quite
quick?
As dramatic there against
What?
Fisher Navy the second
Can I get
time,
19
but now
subscribers
they're
on
in
YouTube
grand
real quick?
finals.
I
That's
need
something to note here.
19 more for
Winthrop,
443k.
A rematch
Nice.
That's a really
of
important
CVL
number.
Grand
Guys,
Finals from
19,
June.
19 people.
They've
Surely
both got a
there's
very similar
19 people
roster,
here.
one roster
I
change.
so
Winthrop,
sad and ball.
one returning
I am
member.
sad.
I know I won another.
Very different
Said pump
paths,
'em out,
and
babe.
yet
Come on.
they stay
You're
the
right.
same.
Pump it out
And
every
now we're
single
going to
day.
see how
New
that ends
episode
up
of
shaping
Ice
up
Cream.
in the best
Every-
of 3.
no
This is the
sleep.
first time we're going to get to see
Every
teams
day.
play
Every
their
day.
best
Video
maps
every
and
day,
potentially
content
one
every
of their
day.
weaker
Never
maps,
stop
because we're gonna
making
see
content.
teams try to
Already
obviously burn
subbed.
out their
Frick.
permas, and I do think that most
Terrible.
of the teams here will admit they have a perma. If anything, a lot of these teams will probably say we have 2.
Don't question the
Because
goat
they
of
don't
Val
want to play
Mountain.
Sunset. So then it's like, okay, well, what's our other bad map? Because the other bad bad map is their perma. Sunset is their like we don't really want to
Yeah,
play
we
this
saw
at the end
our-
of the day, so we're just gonna keep it
A
out of the play.
sunset game
I
today.
think in this case you're probably not
Which
gonna
is
see
pretty
it.
wild.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I did
think
not
it's
expect to see a
probably gonna get
sunset game,
banned
and
out
I don't
pretty
think one
quickly
of the
just because
teams
of
did
what's
either.
happened so far on that map.
I think
when we
Sunset might
watched
be-
Winthrop play earlier.
Might run it
So
back.
you look at the
Maybe.
map, and
I
like,
could
okay,
see-
well, what's gonna happen now?
It
Are we
depends.
going to see maybe something a
'Cause
little
I
different?
think,
We haven't seen Breeze
uh,
on stream yet.
Winthrop
We
has like a
haven't
better
seen
advantage
Ascent, I
going
don't
into
think,
this
at
best of
all.
five
That
or best
was
of
just
three.
the
I think they
first
can
time we
ban
saw
more
it.
maps or pick more maps. So
Yeah.
was Northwood
once.
Fisher the first time.
One map though.
Yeah, one map.
My dad
So
is
there
right.
was a couple of breezes out
Wow.
there. I
Yes,
know
we
that.
definitely had Breeze played, but I
Yes.
think Breeze has never been played on stream.
No.
Ascent's
You're gonna
not
make it
been
ever
played
gonna
on
make a
stream. Lotus
YouTube.
has not
Probably
been played
not
on
for
stream.
gaming content. If
You know, we
anything,
had a lot
when I make,
of
I have a
Bind,
YouTube channel,
had
but if I
one
start posting
Split,
stuff on there, it'll
one
probably be
Haven,
art
and
content.
Sunset. So
That's the goal. At
we are in an
least.
interesting
Yeah.
place right now, and as we're
With
talking
some
about that, we
art
might as well take a look
time
at
Yeah,
that.
lapses.
I think
Let's
that
see
might
where
be
we're
more
going.
of the
Okay.
style
Oh, let's
that I go
go.
for.
Breeze, Lotus, and then we're going to Ascent. So should we need it, we'll get the maps we haven't seen. All three
right.
of them. Because we have not
Hey.
seen Breeze on stream, Lotus on stream, or Ascent on stream.
Oh my gosh, good
I
luck,
am
Rishi.
curious on your opinion when you look at this map pool, Breeze, Lotus, Ascent. Obviously, Breeze may be a little
That's
bit difficult
exciting.
to predict just because
Breeze,
of the
Lotus,
new nature to the map
and
being
Ascent.
released into the fold.
Exciting.
But just initial impressions looking
Not
at
what I
this
would have
map pool
expected.
for both of these teams.
I mean,
I like it.
Lotus
Ascent
is
as a
map
decider,
that
I
Northwood
oh man.
specifically
Let's get a
had
game
as sort
3.
of their
Let's get a game 3. I want to see some good
Okay.
the last couple of
Valorant
months as well. I think
content.
since last
Oh,
year,
yeah.
it was on Lotus that they went down 10-2 on the. They were attacking.
It looks
first
like the
half. They
food
went
is
down
set
10-2
up, but they're
against North,
not-
Came all the
they're
way
not
back
taking
to win
guests yet.
13-11. They did it
They have it
before
all
Billy
set
Lilly
up, but
Gaming did it
the
at
little covers,
Masters
you know,
in
those-
Tokyo there. So
the metal
this is a map
covers,
they're
they're still
so
on the food,
confident on. They're
so.
willing
You're at
to
the
go back
Guild
each and every
House?
time. Winthrop has been
Guild
picking
House?
Breeze,
I don't think we're at the
letting
Guild
Breeze
House.
I
This
do
is
not
this
think
venue
so.
is called
Some
like
of those games that we
Ignite.
did get on stream.
Ignites.
Really
against
cool.
NBU. They
It's
played
such
on
a cool
Breeze as
venue.
well. They were victorious in that one as well. And Ascent, of course, that was where Northwood fell to Fisher as well. And
Good night,
Ascent
Rishi,
being
by the way.
Third map and it being such a puggy map at this point, it's gonna
Yeah.
be really interesting to see how that shapes up if we end up going to 3.
I'll be honest, even
Controllers.
at the top level of
Yeah,
the
I know,
game
it's sick,
in
though.
North America in general, Ascent is not.
y'all the
on
only
that
content
level
creators
on
there?
most teams. I would actually argue that
I
Ascent is
think
probably
mainly.
NA's weakest map. Just because I
Kinda.
don't feel like
Pretty
teams
much.
generally have a
I
strong
mean, I went on the
defense
stream
against
to like
really
do some
sloppy.
casting as well. I
Um,
casted and like
And you can ask
co-hosted
people who have, like,
2 of the games
observe
and did some
and
interviews
ask
after
them
with
at a high
Bach.
level. A
And
lot of them
then
they just kind of they don't like
we're
watching
doing
teams
some
play.
content for like TikTok and
And some of
stuff.
the teams here have even said,
and
we don't
then
wanna play Ascent
also
because of
co-streaming
River
now.
Walls and
So,
Silva, Odin, Spain.
In terms of
But I'm
co-streaming,
looking at
yes,
Breeze
I'm
and
the only
Lotus,
one.
and I'm like, okay,
I'll believe.
how are things going to
There's
shape up?
Jet
for
in the
these two teams?
background.
How are we
Yeah,
gonna
there's
see
a
these
Jet
teams approach the map?
cosplayer
Breeze really
that's been
is
walking around all day. It's
kind
been
of
pretty
a
fun.
blank canvas
Yeah.
right now for a lot of teams. There's your standards. You're going to want a Sova.
Rather
you're gonna
always
wanna
be
Viper.
Radiant #1 or be the
But
most
then I feel
famous
like
person in
things
the
kind of
world.
open up. I feel like
think
you
they go hand in
might
Yeah,
want
that
a
actually
Jet,
is hand in
I feel
hand.
like
If you're
you
if
do
you're
really need
Radiant
Jet.
#1 all the
Then it's
time,
like,
you
okay,
are the most
are you
famous
gonna play
person
Cypher? Are you gonna
in the
play
entire
Chamber?
world, actually.
You
Are
kind of
you
make
going
yourself a
to
big
play
enemy,
a
I think,
second
if you were Radiant
controller? Are you
#1
gonna
all
play
the
single
time.
controller? Are you going to play
Yeah.
double initiator? Like,
But it
what
doesn't
is
matter,
your
I'm
approach?
all
And
the
I want to
time,
see what
so.
teams do because we've seen teams in other regions favor Yoru on this map.
Goodness.
Yeah,
That means
Yoru's
I would
gonna
have to
pick
play
them.
ranked all the time.
Winthrop was picking earlier on
Yeah.
today.
It makes sense.
It works. It works really well. We saw it in Southwest Regional. I was.
I
able
actually
see
need to
that.
grind out my
Jason
main
was like,
account.
Jason
I need to
was
hit
like,
Radiant
I'm gonna
Sect.
play your
Otherwise I don't
Oh,
get the
yeah.
gun buddy.
That, as
Then
well
you
as
can't
the duelist,
clickbait.
And you're in 2 places.
Yeah,
so
no,
it's
exactly.
6v5.
Hard
Other
stuck
teams
up
in
mortal.
Collegiate have picked up Neon as an option
Nick
as
Teo.
well.
That was standard in the past.
Who actually is the most
rotate
famous person in the
quickly
world.
there. I think it
Probably
was
like Taylor
Connor's
Swift.
Nightblood that was playing a lot of that as
Mr.
well.
Beast
So
is getting there.
there's a lot of different options there. Really, the only
Oh no, sorry, I
agent
can't.
you're not
Yeah, what do you
seeing
think?
on this map is
Most famous
Radiance
person in
which
the
is
world?
interesting
Yeah.
because of how popular she
Elon.
is on every other map. And Sage,
Me.
which we did get to see in an off-stream game, SGS
Who is the
pulled it
most
out on
famous
Vine,
person?
it did
Like,
not.
Who's the
Oh,
most
I thought you meant
known
on Breeze. I
person
was gonna
like
say
that?
that's
Like,
all
not
right.
just
If-
like
if we
social
get
media
Sage on
followers.
Breeze, Listen,
Yeah, Ariana
as
Grande
a
had the
resident
biggest social media
everyone
following for a
knows I
while.
love
I don't
that
know if she
agent.
still does.
I'm sure
I-
Taylor Swift.
It
I
might-
would
I feel
actually
like it's gotta be
argue right
Taylor.
now
Oh,
with the way
or Messi.
that this map plays.
Messi?
This is one of the maps where a
Like the-
non-sentinel comp can make sense.
The footballer.
Soccer
Because
player?
Yeah.
Your control points
Maybe.
are
I
really
don't
like
know. I don't really. I wouldn't know
B
what
main
he
and
looks
A
like.
main, and then
I
mid.
couldn't pick him out on the
But there's
street.
not really
Yeah.
like ideal places to use utility where they're not already on.
Think like
Charles.
Joe
There's no
Biden?
advanced
No,
placement.
definitely not.
And
No.
because you don't have like halls
I
anymore.
think it's a history related
that was
person.
really
No, no,
where
no.
your
Like
Sentinels
currently
were playing
alive.
before. Sentinels
Yeah.
were playing halls, and it was almost always
Jackie
Chamber playing
Chan?
halls.
I have
One, you
no.
have the-
I would not
obviously
know
in the
who
old
that is.
But you also
Justin
like, the way
Bieber,
his
Taylor
triple go
Swift,
down, it
or
was
Ariana
perfectly
Grande.
placed
Yeah,
on
I
center center map almost.
Just
You can
maybe
really go pretty
Eminem.
far
I think
away
it's
from it
probably
before you
Taylor
have to
Swift
lose
or
it,
Ariana
worry about
Grande.
losing it.
They're
So
the most
I don't think
influential.
Ariana
NCT
Grande
is
as of
probably
recent
gamble with the
release.
comp and not run a
She's
Sentinel,
really
which
big
means you're
in,
going to open up the door for the double duelist, which is what I
Europe
think teams should do
and
is
Asia.
Jet and Yoru.
Like she's
Maybe even
continually the top
double
of the
initiator to back it
leaderboard
up
in
in a
Europe
controller.
and Asia, and
Yeah,
she's
I wouldn't be
also
surprised to see
always on
Reyna
the
this
leaderboard
map
in the
either,
US.
you know,
That's my
there's
logic.
some teams
Yeah.
that
KO? We haven't
No,
seen
like-
KO at all on stream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
singers
and
are
the only team that
pretty
picked it up,
much
well, the team that
always
played
gonna
Ascent,
be
when they played
the
Ascent, 'cause
top,
you
I
have
think,
to pick KO
currently.
on Ascent. You have to pick someone.
I feel like KO on
Probably.
this map is actually
Twitch streamer
higher.
Melandoodle,
It's
true.
not
That's
bad
gotta
because,
be
you know,
it.
you've got
Just
your
hit
pillar and the
16
team,
million
you can pick
followers,
your
so-
side
Oh
and
my
decide you wanna really
gosh.
scan out. I think
wonder if I
there's
can
a lot
look
of
that up right
options
now.
on Bree reason.
Who's the
Most
most
famous
famous
person
It's
ever.
open. It's very open, and I mean, if
Most
we are to see a chamber
famous
at all, I
person
feel like it will be on this map.
ever.
Who will pick it up is the question, though, as well, because for Winthrop,
Oh, well,
no
they
one
said
has really
Alexander
sort
the
of
Great.
come
Yeah, okay, maybe I
across
should refine my
as
question.
being
Famous person
or
currently alive.
Genghis Khan.
Uh,
Jesus, of
you know what?
course.
We'll see if there's a chamber player.
Oh,
We
the
just
number
gotta
one
talk
is
about it.
Muhammad, it
They
says.
did not pick
That makes sense.
Okay. So
still alive.
they changed.
Muhammad.
They changed.
They said
the
that's the
pick
number one
ban
person.
Muhammad
off
Ali.
of
No, like Muhammad.
dispute
Like,
between
is he
teams
still
over the
alive?
rules.
No.
My assumption is that it has something
Oh,
to do
you haven't
with
asked that question yet.
No.
side
Okay.
selection and seed. So we still have Breeze in the pick. We still have Lotus. Those two.
Ronaldo
make
and
sense.
The Rock.
That's what we
Yeah,
thought.
Dwayne
so
Johnson
We'll
is
still
what it
get to
says.
see that.
Michael Jackson.
Really?
The difference is the ban at the tail end.
In terms
Instead
of just
seeing
being known,
Ascent, we
probably
will see
Trump.
Blind. So
Honestly,
we
there's
will not
probably
see
so
Ascent
many like countries
once
that know Trump.
on
That's
stream.
There's
true.
more countries that know
Environment.
Trump
And I
than
think, like you said,
Biden,
he
most likely. Just
played one
not in a
time
good
this
way.
whole
I'm
event.
saying. I'm just saying
Might have
they
been.
know it.
Maybe twice.
I'll check the
Yeah.
notes after.
But it was
I don't
I'm
know. Mr.
pretty
Beast
sure it
actually
was
might be
one
one of the
time.
most known people.
Which,
Maybe at this point, yeah.
Hey,
this is
that's
Dwayne
just
Johnson.
unfortunately, how it breaks down. I think the last time the way that the bands picked worked
Like-
out, it was Split and Ascent were the last two remaining.
He's
It
at
was
least
not
close.
Earlier, Ascent comes out. So I think it was probably just the order of the picks. I don't know. We're not going to get into it. I don't really care. I think that ultimately we still end up on the two maps.
What's
we
Mr.
thought we'd
Beast's
get.
last name?
We just have a
Beast.
change on the map 3 if we need it. And I am
Mr. Jimmy.
curious, looking at this
No,
at
it's like
face
Jimmy
value,
Donaldson.
will we hit map
Nice.
3?
It's
Oh,
interesting
Beyonce,
to see we're
Oprah,
switching map order. You know what?
Elon
It
Musk.
had to be that they were
Kim
picked in the wrong
Kardashian,
order.
yeah.
So
Team A and
Taylor
Team B had to
Swift.
get
Yeah,
swapped.
Messi.
So we're gonna have Lotus first, Breeze
Messi.
second,
I
which
just
means the
don't
teams
know
were
anything
picking
about
in the wrong
soccer.
order.
And that's
I don't like
as well.
soccer.
I
I don't
now
like
that we get
baseball.
Lotus first, I think
Well, that's not allowed.
Winthrop and Lotus are
Barack Obama.
potentially stronger than North.
And then Cristiano Ronaldo, who I also know
It's
is a
just-
soccer
it's just
player,
a
but I don't
vibes
know what he
thing.
looks like.
Ronaldo!
Or who he is.
Breeze in a very long time. We get to see that map 2 now. But
Yo, thanks,
it may
Ruler.
already be sort of in the holder, or it may be coming back. At the end of the day, I think we are going to get to bind, in which case it's
What do you think,
very
Mo? Should we
scary,
get-
because when
should we
it
get
was
Messi?
Ascent, it's anyone's game once you get to map 3.
Terrible.
Exciting.
Now
Exciting.
that you're on bind, we talked about this before. Northwood's bind is so
Oh.
good.
And it's
It
a
is
weird comp.
It's so hard
Yeah,
to
it's
prepare for. At the very least, Winthrop's had time to sort of look at it, take some time, digest what Northwood's been doing. Like,
Digest.
All right.
round 3 when we got
Game
that
should
Northwood
be
bind,
about to start here
Winthrop will
soon.
watch it. They were able to
It
watch
is
that entire
5.
series
It is
in
5.
rounds. So that might give them a little bit more of an advantage.
Does that mean
there.
maybe
Is it
food
enough?
as well?
Hard to say.
Thoughts?
Yeah, for those that don't
Nope.
know,
Maybe they're
Northwood
waiting until after the
runs
video 3.
Breach Sova
Let's
on
get
the map.
drinks.
Kind of
I'm
a bit
I-
odd.
that
It's
would-
not what
I'm
you would
so
typically
not
expect
had
from
enough
teams on
food
the
for
map.
that.
They still, I think
Perfect.
they still run double controller. They run Brim
They did
Viper.
not run a
Cutie
Oh,
pie.
that's right.
Go grab a snack.
That was
It's
what
like
was
it is.
strange.
I'm
That's
sure,
what
yeah. I'll
Ryu was
probably
saying.
grab a
They
snack
came, he's
once
like,
the game
they did
starts.
not run Viper, and every single time they walked up, they would just walk up dry all the way up.
That's right. Yeah, they
What was
did do
going
that.
on?
This
I
event
forgot
was
about
so
that. They
hyped
were
earlier
walking up
today
dry
when
short
all
a
the
lot.
teams were playing because they
So we
gave
will
out
see
these headphones.
How that ends
Which
up
are
Oh,
shaping
like-
yeah,
up.
so sick.
Should we
They're
get
like
there?
silent DJ.
I'm kind of on the fence
Is that what it's
here.
called? Silent DJ?
Yeah,
because
silent
I'm looking
disco,
at the way
silent
that
Silent
Winthrop is
disco,
playing
that's
Silent
what it
disco,
was.
and then people
And I've
watch the games on
seen
the stream, but so they
maybe
couldn't
minor
like stream
missteps,
snipe or
like the game
anything. You
against
had the
Fisher,
headset to
second
listen
half
to
was
stuff.
Yeah,
exactly
and you can-
It was
ideal.
so sick.
You see how it's
But
changing colors?
when I've
That
watched
was
Northwood
different
play, I'm like,
feeds.
I
So
also
each
see the
TV,
same
there was
things.
1, 2,
So,
3,
like,
4,
Northwood
5
against Fisher,
TVs. One was showing the main
shaky
broadcast,
second
whatever they were
halves.
showing, and then one
And
was every
maybe
other
it's
game that was
just
going on
recency
currently.
bias
And it
because I
was
just
so
watched
cool
them
because you
give
could
up
see
a lot of
people,
rounds
like
to
the
Fisher.
families
Or maybe
sitting
it's
down
because
like
they
in
were
front of
coming
their
from the lower
teams,
bracket.
and they all had the
I
same
have
color
faith
headset.
in
It was really,
Winthrop.
really
I
cool.
think that
Yeah, it's
Winthrop
pretty sick.
It was a really
will
good i-
walk away
good idea.
victorious here. I don't know if we're going to make it to map 3.
Okay.
It's going to come down to how map 1 starts.
Let's go.
It's all going to
What's
be
up, Jack?
momentum because
How we
both of
doing?
these teams have
All right,
proven that
match
if
is
they
about
can
to
get the
start
ball
in,
rolling
like,
early, they will dominate.
2
They
minutes?
will
Now.
win round after round after round. They kinda
2-ish
swallow
minutes,
the
I think.
half. So if that ends up happening for either team, that could dictate pace throughout the entirety of the best of 3.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
also interesting to note that Northwood.
Oh,
are
man.
starting
Wait, we got the same
on
headset? Oh,
lower,
let's
if
go.
I'm reading the screen over there correctly. That's
The HyperX
an
one of these
interesting
quad
combo
2s.
as well because
Yeah.
Like,
Who's
Lotus's
playing? We
generation
have
is a little bit more attack sided
Winthrop
at this
It
point.
is.
At the,
and
at the very Kirby
Win.
getting on the
I almost said
Northrop.
Northrop.
Super
Northrop.
attacks.
Yeah, it was
Northrop and Winwood.
9, 10, 11 rounds. I'm okay with that as well.
Yeah.
Northwood starting on attack, I think, will give them a chance to potentially, as you mentioned, swallow up that half. But it really depends on how well they do. So if it's a 7-5 half, I'm worried because Infiltrator is so confident on Raze. I I dare say Infiltrator is probably the best Raze here, and that's going to be your primary duelist to come through. Logan has always been more of a Jet player in my eyes.
Yes.
The
Don't
Raze,
know what
whenever
she's
it
talking
comes
about.
out, it's a little bit weaker. And now that you don't have Ferbsa on Raze, and Ferbsa on Raze was always
I have no idea what
exciting
you're talking
to watch. You
Anyway,
don't have Ferbsa on Raze,
yeah.
Bind
So
as
we have
well.
Winthrop
It's
versus
hard to
Northwood,
just
are
give
currently the top two
Northwood
teams
just- they get their map
in the
pickers.
U.S. collegiate scene.
Still feels it's just something in me
They
says
fought their
it's gonna
way
go to 3. It's got to go to 3 as sort of the proper
Over
conclusion
700 teams to get to
everything,
this
but
point.
Jeez.
And
I
now the
think
winner
that's you being hopeful
of this
for a
game
great,
goes to
strong
Turkey
series.
to represent the
Obviously,
U.S. in the
you know,
world
there's a lot of
finals.
question marks, and I think all
There's
of
a
them
lot riding
surround
on this game
Breeze.
for
All
sure.
of them.
Yeah.
Okay, what's
Best
really
of three,
going to
it's gonna be
happen
hype.
here once these two teams
You're playing here,
meet?
just watch it. We're just
But that's
watching.
map 2. Map 1 is Lotus.
You
and
playing OG
mentioned
Fortnite when you
it
get
can
when you
be
get back?
a little bit lopsided
Oh
at
my gosh.
times.
Oh my gosh, I
It's not
totally played that game. I
uncommon to see
totally
mirror
know how
matches
everything
on
works.
this map as well. Very similar to Haven in that
That would
there
actually
has
be pretty
become a
funny, just
quote-unquote
me not knowing what I'm
standard
doing.
style of
Yeah.
play,
in the
which is
slightest.
usually double controller, Raze as your duelist. You're
Infiltrator
going to
is
go to majority
527th right
because
now on the
it's
leaderboard.
just too
10th
good for
last
retakes
act though.
and
Yeah,
for
yeah, exactly.
takes
He
as
ended
well.
top 10
I
last
think
act.
the deviation comes
So,
in your initiator.
We have
so
a
you can
pretty
see here,
pretty
you've got the
stacked
Sova
lineup
in
here.
from
I
Dip.
can turn off my camera
That's
so you guys can see this.
less common. That
Adderall.
is not what I would consider meta. I'd say
Shit.
Sky is what we've seen most
Adderall.
teams playing on this map. Sky is just so
Oh my
exceptionally
God.
strong. The dogs and flashes really, really good. And then you'll see an Astra come out in,
Yeah,
in place
so
of the Omen.
Nashi
I think that
is a
if anything,
previous
that bodes
Campus
better
Clutch
for
U.S. finalist.
you
They
know,
won
your
previously.
holds
Infiltrator
and
was a
your-
top is a
your
top 10
defense
ranked
on
player of
retakes.
last act. Literally
Look-
finished
look at all
top
the
10.
post-plant utility they
Gucci's
have
insane.
currently.
Critical and Renz are also
You've
like
got
OG
Snakebite, you've got
scrimmers.
Gravity
They've been
Well,
playing
Double
like
Pulse, you've
scrims and
got,
playing
Killjoy
tier
Mollies as
2
well.
since
Technically
like
haven't
beta.
made if
So
you've
they're
still
both
got one.
really
There's a ton
experienced.
of post-plant utility
And
coming
then
in
on the
here
side of
for both
Northwood,
retakes and
Dip,
holds.
Benji, Ollie,
What is
and Darkest
interesting in
all
this
won
situation as well
Campus
is
Clutch last
Nasi
year.
is the one that's
They
sort of flexing
won
around
not
as well,
only the
which
U.S. finals,
makes
they
sense.
won
Nasi
the
has
World
always been
finals as
sort of that
well.
flex player.
And then
But
Ferbza
going
was in
to
place
Astra
with
is-
Logan. So
I would
Pretty
expect
excited.
it to be the opposite way around, where Gucci would be the one playing as the smokes player, playing that Astra. Like Astra's
Exciting.
just a hard agent.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a
really
lot
hard.
of stuff to
The
worry
food
about
is
there.
available.
You would expect
Alright, go
it
grab
to be
some.
your
Do you want
main
some?
smokes
I'm good right
player
now.
Yeah.
doing so as
Okay,
opposed to
I'm
the
gonna go grab
Viper.
some
Yep.
But
food.
obviously they've hashed this out. They're ready for whatever comes. And
Gosh.
honestly, it's gonna be exciting. I'm excited to see this.
Yeah,
series
let me know
go
what
down.
it is.
Grand finals.
And that's something we've seen
that
from
right
a lot of
there.
teams, and we'll see how it's going to affect them as we get ready for our
The
first map in the
food.
best of 3 grand finals. Again, winner will hoist the trophy and go on to represent the US of A in Istanbul,
All right,
Turkey
boys.
at Red Bull Campus Clutch Global Finals. Things are going to kick off here
Woo!
on Lotus, and it's going to be Winthrop and Northwood fighting
we are locked in, boys.
for that opportunity to represent
Builds
their
or zero
nation.
builds? I'd go builds, man.
It's Northwood who's
I'm down
looking
to
to
do
make a
both, though.
return trip as well. And
All right, Lotus, start it
it-
off. Winthrop
It isn't
starting on defense.
It isn't necessarily
Whoa, whoa,
looking
wait.
so good for them based on how
Wait,
things
wait,
have
wait, wait,
started.
wait.
They still found themselves here, but
Why has
you know,
Winthrop-
It's funny because when we came into
we're
this
starting
event, I
on
was like,
defense
oh, Northwood, they
Lotus.
won last year. And people were like, yeah, but they're
As the
not
win-
as good as they
coming
were
from the
somewhere.
winner's
Well,
side
what
of this
happened? They're like,
bracket.
they traded one player out. I'm like, that's it. But it's been
Hello?
huge.
Ferbza was their.
Sova on
X-factor
Lotus,
a lot
dude.
of the
Dip
time. And I'm
only
not saying
plays Sova,
Oh, and I
man.
remember.
can't
I
do
don't think
that.
he plays anything else.
Ferbza's built
It's
different
just
at that,
Dip
but
Sova.
nonetheless, Gucci already taken a decent chunk of damage there. Nice shot through the wall. We'll just back off for the time being. And actually, everyone just going to sort of reset off of that. Happy to get 59 damage down, get the shields out. Something else to note, Nasi is looking to return to Red Bull.
OG map is not made for zero builds. It's way more fun
Yeah.
playing builds.
International-
Dude, I'm
international
down.
tournament as well. 2021 Bay Area.
I do wanna play OG
Vandals.
Fortnite
That's a
though when I get
throwback
back.
If you've ever heard one.
Everyone said it's been
Looking
so
to
fun
sort
so
of
far.
repeat There. Did that with SJSU, now on Winthrop. Got the strong team behind him. We'll see what he can do. But thus far, we're not seeing a whole lot. We're just sort of.
No, it's because this C
Kinda
site
forgot
is
how
locked
sick
down
the
pretty
glitch pop
hard.
knife is.
You have the wall, the orb, and the double molly coming in from Gucci. The wall's up to prevent them from pushing in deep. The orb is there to prevent them from pushing in at all in connection with both snake bites. There's Logan getting a pick with the paint shells, and that'll give them access onto the A side as they pivoted at the perfect time. And now it's
Rough
a
spot.
5-on-3. Make it a 5-on-2. As the last remaining member is wondering what happened to the rest of the team.
Dude, imagine this best three just like gets smacked. I want to see a best
Walked
like
all the
game
way
3 at
over.
least.
Renz
This is a
is
best
there
of
as
3.
well, but really
Let's see game
not
3.
a whole lot of room
Either
to
one of
work
these
with
teams
here.
wins,
Darkest just
I'm
gonna find a
stoked
kill
for
as
them,
well,
like-
and now all on the shoulders of Renz. Flawless start.
I
Map
predicted
number one
Winthrop
here
to win
for
the whole thing,
Northwood. They're feeling in their
but
groove. They're happy to be here.
Northwood obviously totally could too. And I'm stoked
There
either way.
is at least.
I'm going to
some
Turkey with whatever
semblance of
team
cooldown
wins.
factor,
So
too.
I'm gonna.
Northwood's coming in.
So
off
I'm
of the
gonna
gate. They
be
feel
hanging out
good.
with these dudes a bunch
them
in
had a
Turkey.
break.
representing
Now,
the U.S. So
Some
pretty
might
stoked.
argue that the break
Who's meant
was
to be the better
beneficial.
team?
One, you got to watch
So
Northwood,
Winthrop,
and two,
I think
you just got a
technically
break. Got
is
to eat,
seated
use the
higher
restroom,
than
reset your
Northwood.
mental.
Northwood.
But
Oh,
there's something to
yeah,
be said
Northwood
about a
was
team
seed
who's
4,
coming in
but also
off of a
Northwood
win
won Campus Clutch last
that
year,
is
so it's
feeling
not like they're
comfortable
it's not like
in
they're
their
bad,
setups
you know.
because they literally just finished playing.
Granted, if we want to look at
yeah, it's pretty
end
insane.
of that Fisher game, how comfortable are you
No,
really?
no, yeah.
There's a
good.
little bit of an
Could've been way
asterisk
more
there.
Northwood, the
comfortable.
reigning
Yeah, I
champs,
mean,
dude.
we were looking down potentially 13-3, 13-4. 13-11 was not on the bingo card there. The 10-2 curse almost coming into fruition. But once again, Darkest holding a site here, just being annoying, being a pest. You know what? Darkest,
All right, Darkest
looking
is
at
just
him
locked in, bro.
person, he does not look like the type of person who would be a pest like this. My goodness, he can just be so annoying for enemies to deal with. 'Cause he's just everywhere.
Yeah, on a comfort level, they went from
Rest of the team's
Tempur-Pedic to a
working
crib
up
mattress
C
found
long,
in a
though.
dumpster. It was just complete night and day difference for them.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna get
At the
slammed.
end of the day, they still managed to pull it off. Now, you see this utility dumped over towards A. That kind of pulls the defense away, and that allows Northwood to gain
Tacos.
easier access, quote unquote, towards this
And
C site. Now,
rice.
Darkest is locking down
I got a
flank,
lot
but
of
it
rice.
looks like they're going to go
Makes me
for a
want
heavy flush
Yes.
through B main, maybe take the door. Now, Darkest does drop Infiltrator on the flank and some security shots. You never know. You can't
Oh,
be
yeah.
too certain. Just make sure he's dead.
What?
Good job. It's funnier for us.
Oh!
Oh
Oh,
no, dude. What is happening, man?
No.
He's got to do the same now. Yeah, there you go.
Oh man, he's
He's the coin killer right now.
What is going on? he has to that one point.
Ain't
He's got
no
the one
way.
shot, yeah.
goes crazy, bro. Fine, fine,
Well,
fine. $10,000
that's,
fine.
I guess one way
gosh,
to get in
that's
your opponent's
crazy.
head.
He's got one
is
bullet
by
challenge as
visually
well.
Implanting yourself there.
Imagine he
Yeah.
hits the one bullet challenge.
That would be nuts.
Does he get this kill too?
Oh,
that would've been
the BM that it would have been if they found that kill.
Oh my god.
It will be a Northwood round
Oh
win.
man, sorry.
4 players survive.
Okay, I'll move it over.
Very good.
Northwood off to it. Oh my gosh.
We asked him about this in the interview.
He didn't buy it. It was he bought it and immediately he sold it. I was like, there's no way you op in round 3.
I mean, I
Can
think
you
we will see
imagine?
Darkest pull it out at
He's
some
doing
point.
a
I
walk.
highly
Dude,
doubt it will
this
be on the
is
attacking
nutty.
side, especially as Viper. You've got enough stuff to deal with there, but nonetheless, I mean, there's a
All right,
lot
Northwood
to
feeling
like
it.
about Northwood.
Goodness
That's
gracious,
2-0.
yeah.
how confident they're feeling already just by the way that they're playing. And as we mentioned last time, Darkest is just going to be annoying. He's pulling multiple members over towards this A site just with this orb alone.
Yeah, this
potentially
is such a
working out.
ratty way to
It's
play.
just going to be something they have to
So
deal with
it's
for the
so
next 10
good.
rounds on
It
Wentz on
sucks.
side.
This is like the smartest way to play.
Great
Oh gosh,
damage.
he
A
almost
little
killed
bit
him.
too wide of a swing coming in from Gucci. And that puts them down very low on health. Now, there is an important point to note. One side has heals,
Yeah, I love
the
the
other
double
side doesn't.
controller.
That's the other value of a Sky.
I actually like the Omen over
But there's
Astra
the
and
ult
double
coming
controller.
out.
Astra's
And one
Viper's
of the
like
things
really
we've
strong,
talked about
but I
when
feel like
it
you're more
comes to dip, his
flexible with
ult
Omen.
has
You can like throw
typically
things down
been
so much faster.
very successful. But here, it just does some scratching damage. Logan taken down early by Infiltrator
longest
over on
subscribe
the C
badge.
site. They're
Yeah.
kind of leaning towards this
think
Viper position to figure out what to do next.
Coming up on one that's gonna be
With
like
Darkest
5
playing
and a half
towards
years.
door, they have flex
Jeez.
potential. They could take it B, or they could try to walk it right up towards mid,
Oh,
and
Ren's
that
gets
just
picked.
made things so much worse for them. That's going to take out a significant chunk of utility and
Yeah, pretty insane.
firepower.
And honestly,
So
it's,
is
it's
it?
a feel-good moment.
I
You
think
got your
3
body
people
shot a
have
whole
the
bunch last round, just shut
longest
it
badge
down.
right now. It's
Nonetheless,
Dinio, my
5v3
brother,
now, Northwood trying to find a way
Sly
around the
Umbreon,
site.
and Jodimo. I think all
Able
have
to get a plant at the very
Jeez.
least.
the
So
longest
they're gonna
badge.
keep
Impressive.
rotating out that ultimate. I mean, round 3, Hunter's Fury.
I do not. Sorry.
Not very many kills,
Yep.
but Infiltrator
Yeah.
going
You hate me.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's 3 picked up. Benji,
I have the
last
30.
one left alive.
30
Only got one.
badge, I think,
There was a
currently.
chance there. That was
There's a chance,
a
yeah.
Only
I have
30.
the trampoline, okay?
Only 30.
Okay.
Infiltrator,
Yeah.
great round to bounce back a 4K for this Raze, and that's someone you want to get hot early. We were talking him up at the very beginning. He's a very
There's more than 3
confident
people in
Raze
5 years.
player.
There might
You
be
get
more than 3
Infiltrator in the
people.
right state of mind,
I
you're
think
gonna
they
be
might
really
have
good
like
at
the
doing well.
5.5 year.
And we were even just
Which I
talking about
don't
it,
know if
talking
I
about it with
actually have a
Keo
badge for
on the couch. Keo was saying Infiltrator is one of the top ranked
That's
players
B.
currently.
Talking about you.
Don't discount that too much. We've seen how those players can disrupt. We've seen how these ranked finds can actually step up big. You know, it's easy to think of some of the big names, but I think even in the tier 2 scene, you look at some players who had significant impact in like the challenger circuit. it's wild to watch players.
Is there a max number of sub badges the
basically
channel can
come out
have?
of nowhere. Like,
It's just
completely
the
annihilated.
max number is based on how long you've been
Nary
partnered and
being
how
the
long
one
you've
that
been
stands out the
affiliated.
most.
He has an op. He bought the op.
Oh no!
He actually did it. Now Infiltrator going hunting here.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
wow.
he finds him.
Wow.
Oh man.
Rocket physics.
And he just runs
don't
out.
really
That's so
understand,
smart.
The science behind that ult, but sure, that rocket delivers a painful blow. One, they lose a player, and it is their Viper, which has been pivotal in their early round success already. But two, it means you now
Can
have to
go
get
up
into
to
that
10
uncomfortable
sub badges?
position of keeping that off.
No, you can have
floating
more.
through the
You can
game,
have more.
which means
It's just
at least
dependent on how long you've been
2,900 every
Yeah.
time
able to
somebody has
have
pick
sub
it up
badges.
for
So like
and
you
now have to
unlock
put
more
that
sub
op back
badges
underneath.
as you've been streaming
Yeah, at least
longer.
2,900 unless you lose
Like,
it.
Oh,
as
it
you're
goes up
coming
to
up
10
on-
years.
yeah.
Well, yeah, that's how
Yeah,
long people have
why
been
not? And
sub.
I'm sure Winthrop will leave.
Okay.
They're
I'm
sure
happy
once
to
it's-
take that one
I'm
for
sure
themselves.
People have
Nonetheless,
seen,
ooh, nice shot
like,
picked
as soon
up
as
there. Gonna get
6
healed
months
back
from now,
up
10
on
and a
the
half
regroup,
years will
but
be the longest badge.
that op
Got it,
still
okay.
has a
I thought you
lot
meant
of
badge
lethality there
numbers. I was
behind
like,
it.
I don't
Logan
think
hopping
so.
onto site, but Infiltrator's
Yeah,
full
10
blind.
years
He
makes
don't care.
sense.
He's gonna find another one. And this is what we were talking about. Infiltrator is getting down with it, but Ali with 3 on the return. Northwood fighting back.
Yeah, you had 2 players. It looks like one was like backside, and one was just right next to him trying to swing off the trade. Then the other was
Oh my
inside
gosh.
sight as well.
Oh, he's
Ali's
barely
currently
alive.
looking for an ace. We've had a couple of 4Ks today. We're waiting on the ace, and it looks like it's set in
Oh.
stone.
Nice.
There you have it. As it is Northwood
Oh,
taking
happy birthday,
control of the
Kurtz.
game yet again
Happy
off the back
birthday.
of an ace from Omen with like 1 health
Alright,
left.
who
too.
do
I
you
don't
wanna
know if
win?
you even
It's your
noticed that.
birthday.
5 HP.
Yeah.
I can see the number. It's behind the camera.
All right.
But it's,
I'm gonna get
it
food
was
too.
low. It was low.
I
There
told
was
you.
no red. It was
I
just
could have
pure
got it for
gray.
you.
That's okay.
It's very good.
I'll be
But
back.
honestly, Ali, I think
That's his first 5 kills.
luck.
yeah,
My turn.
he just started
He
out.
was
He's
like,
playing Omen.
My
Yeah.
turn,
He's
my
doing his
turn.
job. He's like, hey, I'm okay if I get the assist, and hey, he can
Get
just pop
this
off
guy
anyone
out of the
who's
way,
doing
am
this.
I right?
Ali is one of the craziest land players I've seen as well. Just gets that land buff.
Guys, the
feeling
food's
good,
actually
and
been
that's a
so
great
good
way
here
to
today.
just get your team going.
Gosh.
You know, Ali's
Oh,
sort of
yeah.
been a spark plug for them the
Better
entire time.
streamer.
Very soft spoken when you talk to him.
Oh
but
my
hey,
gosh.
he's feeling himself now. Logan is as well.
Dude,
Finds that one
Logan.
onto Infiltrator, a little heat check down. It's a little bit of a puggy round.
I
here.
can't believe the
Defending
spamming
B-side
bodies on round
with
2.
everything that
That's
they've got.
wild.
They're just gonna back off for now.
Get the small streamer out of here for real. Can you guys hear me well enough when
Again,
it's on my?
I want to remind
when it's
everyone
clipped
that
like
map
this?
3 is behind.
It's hard to
Yeah.
tell.
So for Winthrop, I do feel like WinCon was kind of 2-0. Like you
Thanks,
don't really
Wallace.
want to go to bind. You would prefer to keep it in the first 2, just because Northwood has had a pretty impressive showing on bind, especially with this non-standard composition that they've been running.
These are not the
And
maps that I
Right now, it's not looking great for
foresaw
Winthrop, just based
for
off
this.
pure momentum, the way that these rounds have played out.
But I'm excited. I would love
Dart
to
will
see a
go
descent
in, there's an
decider.
aid to
That would be
follow
so
up.
sick, dude.
That's actually a big kill as Logan goes down to a molly. That's the power of KJ. But the site's been lost. They have to surrender and play post plant, so they'll go ahead and secure a plant. Another orb
Some insight to
towards
the
the
game.
ult for Dip. Got to be getting close to a second ult already.
Ascent textbook back. Yeah, no, absolutely.
But that's
Because I think
nice shots and good opportunities. Just
Breeze, at
misreading
least,
smoke
like, the
timing.
new
Ren's now
Breeze
saying, hey,
and
you got an
Lotus are
ace. It's
both
my turn.
pretty new
Ren's with
maps,
3
I would
on the
say.
round
Obviously,
with
all
just a
these players are
sheriff, but the
extremely
rest of the team
experienced,
proving to
but
be too difficult
they're
for
not
them to come
textbook,
through.
like you said, and
And
Ascent
now it's
really
down
is.
to
So I
one
think it
who's
would be a
also
really fair,
very low
even
on
decider.
HP critical, sitting on just 10 points of health with a Marshall.
Yeah, just trying to get around here any way that they
This
can.
new
The
Breeze
alarm
is
bot's gonna
definitely a little
snitch
rough.
out as well,
Oh,
and
gosh.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
not really a whole lot you can do there.
Can't do
Benching
much
the
about
3K.
that.
Northwood, they're feeling confident. Good play by Renz to sort of keep the economy in check. But at least for the time being, Northwood's still getting rounds up on the board.
Want some
They're
meta
feeling nice
changes
about
on that
things
map?
as well.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Critical, who has been a
Yeah,
big
Ascent
piece
is definitely
of Winthrop's
always very exciting.
defense
It's
and attack.
exciting
I
to
mean, just
watch
incredible
because I feel like it displays
so far for Winthrop. Yet
true
to get onto the
team
scoreboard.
dips, if that
Slow
makes
start
sense.
from a player
because
with
everyone knows that you
significant
should be doing.
experience.
Like,
When we
it
came
is
into the day,
textbook.
the 2 players I was looking
So it's
at
kind of
were
who
Renz and
knows
Critical,
what to
just
do
based on their
best, which
playing experience. Infiltrator obviously
you could
coming in as a
argue
ranked
is either
demon is that,
exciting,
that X
more
factor
exciting
you
or
can
less
never
exciting.
really
I think for a
not
decider,
look at it.
it's
You just
so
have to be
good.
like, okay, I
kinda
kind of
wanna
wonder
see
how
it.
that's going to shape up. But Critical having a bit of a bumpy start here.
Yeah,
Gotta be
Northwood's
pivotal
been
for them to get
rocking
back into this
today.
game.
I mean, both these teams have.
Actually, just looking up some stats as well. This is an interesting one. Winthrop has played, this is old Winthrop rosters, but Winthrop has played against Northwood 3 times on Lotus. Northwood have not lost a single time. Northwood is actually 15-1 on this map all time.
Oh my
They
gosh.
don't lose on this map. The one team they lost to,
15-1.
Oklahoma Christian, that roster's been dissolved at this point. This is looking like a 1-0 just based off of previous history, but once again, it really depends when the map flips as well. We talk about how attack-sided this can be. Darkest
Welcome
is
back.
so ready for Nasi here. as
Nice.
well.
Look at him.
Being
He
a little too
blocked it
far.
up.
Here's the thing. You say they're 15-1. You know what that means?
Ugh.
It means they're due a loss. Like that's what that like statistically
Yeah, welcome
speaking,
back,
it
welcome
means that it's gonna happen eventually, and it might be now. We'll see. Right now, though, it does look like Northwood's gotten off to a fantastic start, and that hurts. That's painful.
He
Actually,
took no,
Yeah, Northwood is
he took no damage.
what the
That's
heck
the
is
that's
that?
that's the Raze nerf. They took away the 0.5 in the
That's
explosion
crazy.
radius.
That
He
was-
survives.
He took 0 damage. I thought for sure that's going to do at least like 50 damage, but no, none, because things.
nice.
It's a 5-on-5 right now, and it's pure shenanigans. No one detained. Headshot coming out from the shorty.
Holy
What
cow,
is
what is happening?
Oh my
It
god.
comes down to just one player, and
Dude, it's
how
just
does that end up
crazy.
working out that way? That was just chaos on the site as everything came through simultaneously, and it's a Northwood round win.
Yeah, I can't explain that. Honestly, like, ask an analyst. Ask an analyst what happened. I don't know. No clue. Northwood gets the round together. I mean, it was a lot of heavy investment.
these players
as
like
well,
Radiant
though,
or
from the
Mortal?
side of Northwood
Most of
to
them are
turn it around,
Radiant.
'cause it's Viper Pit.
And if they're
It's
not
Hunter's
Radiant,
Fury.
it's not because they
Also, the
don't
Showstopper
deserve there.
used
It's
by
because they
Logan on
spend
the
their
way
time
in that didn't get a whole
streaming,
lot of
not playing
value.
ranked.
Yeah.
You secure the round, but once again, heavy loss to the ult economy at the very least. Whether they can just recoup that for themselves will
Really
be
good
yet to
tacos.
come,
No, you haven't
but,
had it yet? It's good.
Darkest with this operator against the Marshall. That's a close one there. No one's going to take any damage, and they're just going to back out.
Ooh, big position change here from Infiltrator, getting aggressive around this corner. Now, they might anticipate this just because they've played back
Northwood's
so far
15-1
on C.
this map, by
There's
the way.
no way they don't clear this.
What?
Yeah, there's
Oh!
the call. I like the read because
15-1 on
ultimately you're dead either.
Oh my
way.
God.
If you don't have an escape strategy at that point, you're
Wait,
getting too
Winthrop came
far,
out of the
so
best
you
of
might as well
3.
go for the
Or
peak
they
and
came
hope
out of
that
the
it's
winners
just one.
bracket.
Uh-huh.
Why did Winthrop
There's a
allow
chance
this
for a
map
double
to
there. I think
happen?
with the Vandal, you might even be
I
able to
don't
get
know.
2 more guaranteed. The big problem for them is losing the
It's
follow-up.
collegiate.
That secondary player.
They still have an
Oh, the
advantage,
timing.
though.
It
Oh,
hurts.
oh, yeah.
The timing on both sides. I mean, when Infiltrator peaks as well, Logan ends up getting 2. He's now picked up a 3rd for himself. Critical, making it work with the Marshall as well. I mean, anyway you cut it, this
They
is
wall
not
bang that.
bad for Winthrop
Yeah, the
here.
chicken is so good.
2v2, your guns
Holy.
aren't good though. Now Nasi gonna have to make some magic happen. Has the Vandal in the 1v2. Finds Logan, makes it a 1v1. Hold the phone here.
Oh my god.
Flexing.
Yo, Majors!
No way!
Because of the fact that they knew that Nasi could potentially be on the flank.
Jeez.
I mean, he killed the
Amazing.
op to start the round over on
Majors,
A.
taking a 5
Let's
gifted,
start the
let's
round,
go.
but towards the mid round there for Winthrop. And here's a timeout coming, and honestly, it almost feels like it's a few rounds too late. They are really struggling to find solutions to what Northwood is doing, because even in these close situations, yeah, sure, that round looked a little bit more promising.
We're just gonna be talking to
But
each other all
That was
stream,
just like
we're
kind of
an
chaotic
old married
around the
couple
map.
who's,
They
like,
find a
losing their
pick on
hair,
an
like,
op.
huh?
They
Huh?
get
Because
a
we
little
can't
bit
hear
of
each other
advantage
at all.
of that.
And these
And
headphones are
What'd
really
you
hard.
say?
They had the
What?
5v5 post plant that maybe should have gone a little bit differently.
So if that's what we're doing.
So now they got to talk things over. They
that's
got to figure this
why.
out because this is starting to snowball, and that's one of the things we talked about. These teams have a tendency to build momentum and hold it.
I think
Oh,
Moxie
wow.
as
Oh,
well
wow.
as Northwood, this is their map pick. They're feeling confident. Winthrop picked to go on defense first here. They knew full well that this could be in the cards. Did they expect to be down 6-1 at this stage? Not really. I wouldn't say so. I mean, Winthrop
little
as well.
cult
they're
gathering.
Up
Yeah.
9-1. A little bit
The
of
Lotus.
a toss there.
A little
Northwood's been up
sacrifice.
10-2.
Yep.
A little bit of a toss there, both against Fisher Navy. So maybe this first half momentum is simply false hope at that. It's false hope until it's not false
Wow.
hope. Until you can't
said
get your
it's
momentum
false
back, and all of
hope.
a sudden you end up with a lot.
I still just don't believe that Winthrop allowed, like, they definitely had map pick advantage. And if this wasn't their map pick, they have side pick advantage. Why is Northwood on attack on their best map when Winthrop is on winners? This doesn't make sense. Ryan, think of the 5 months.
They've got their strats in line and get themselves a second round on the board.
We'll see if they're able to find any success here because they have really struggled against Northwood. And Darkest, this like lurk play that's been
They have
happening has
coaches?
been
Yeah,
a big
they
piece
do.
of that. Oh, is
I
timing
think
gonna
both
work
of the
for Darkest?
coaches are
No.
here.
Almost.
Mhm.
I think there
Almost
was
has
only
to watch
one
out though.
coach
There's
in the
two
tournament
players
who
here.
wasn't able to be here.
Still did way more damage than probably should have been able to, and had an opportunity there that shouldn't have existed. What ends up happening here, though, off this utility, as Northwood makes their way onto the site, they've got to watch out. They're going to get aggressive to try to take player advantage back to even. Logan has no fear. Logan
Logan
just
is
wants to run at
going
them and
in
take the
on
fight
low
straight to their
HP.
doorstep. Now the smoke works
And he
out nicely
gets
for them.
2 out of
They're
it.
going to fight as closely as they can. How? That was a
Jeez,
5
this
on
is
so
3.
crazy.
scrappy, but it
He just
worked.
kept spraying. I mean, this one way from Ali really turns the tables as well because
Yeah, that one way was tough.
it's a one way
Oh,
that
the
works twice.
turntables.
You know, you have to pass through it twice starting to get around. Otherwise, you're stuck in the corner. You can't do a whole lot. That timeout called, whatever the strat was for it,
No.
it just absolutely nixed.
The call was probably, we need to get aggressive on Rubble. We need to push Rubble a little bit more, take more control towards Deep A.
They did that.
And they did, and they actually did that right. But
I'm
the
gonna be
way
so
that
sad if this ends in
Northwood
just
was
like
playing
a,
that round,
like a
they were moving
13-2
quick,
and then a
so it didn't matter
13-2.
that they
Just
got
like,
information that
that'd
they
be so
weren't A.
depressing.
They were already
I just
executing
want. We were
C by the
talking
time they
about
found
how we
out.
want the decider.
Forced to
It's like
take
the
it a step
Ascent decider.
for this.
That's
It's
such
so
a
sick.
such an even map.
Yeah.
A little bit of a rough
But, like,
situation
the
for
Breeze,
Winthrop. You take
new
your time
Breeze
out.
that
you
no
sort
one
of
really liked to
use a
begin with, and
resource
now
that
it's
you
like
have
kind
for
of
yourself,
different,
and you immediately
sorta.
lose the
Yeah.
round right
And then
after.
Lotus,
You go
which is
back
still
on
kind
the
of
Thrifty.
somewhat of a new
Now,
map.
trying to play a little bit
Having
more
an
aggressive
Ascent
if they
decider is so nice.
can, but even still,
They just
they
need to
wanna
make
back
it
off. They
there.
don't want to be giving
They
away
just gotta
fights
get
to the side of
there.
Northwood. Even that
Oh.
this jump beat from Gucci will give away the positioning. Look how many members of Northwood are already here. This is starting to be trouble as Logan taking
My
down
God.
Renz. That's a big member to take off the field.
Attack is better by
Of course,
far if
it's
it's
the
a good team
Canadian
comp. Yeah,
talking about
this is the
student
most
loans.
like attack-sided map for sure.
Yeah, we don't really have a whole lot of.
In the
Ours
same
is
way that,
good.
like,
We're
Split
pretty
is the
nice.
most
OSAP is
defender-sided.
great to us,
This
okay?
is this is the
Exactly.
attack-sided split.
You don't
Like,
understand the pain of the student loan.
Listen, they got sheriffs. They
Sure.
don't. They can't afford
That's not
anything.
right.
They're eating the instant ramen here. Logan's got himself a full steak dinner, and Nasi's like, man, I can afford an egg to put in here for my protein. He's like going to be exactly what's on the menu for Northwood. They plant down and
Ooh.
critical. Hey, there you go. Veggie
Ooh.
says, nah, you're not allowed to get more, but at the very least, it's trades on trades. Winthrop getting a couple guns out of the inventory.
That was awesome.
Now, Winthrop does have 2 ults. You know, they have Showstopper. I don't think it's worth popping here, but it's also like, you are getting towards the end of this first half.
Funny Canadian.
Got to make a decision on how you're going to try to put these things into play. I do anticipate you'll see the Viper ult next round. Maybe even Showstopper. They might use Showstopper to push Rubble early in the round and use the Viper ult to play on towards C or B and kind of keep that area locked down. Viper ult on B is particularly annoying.
Mhm.
But it is going to be an 8-1 half. We've just got a few more rounds left to play. And Northwood is
I don't know
really
which
not
players are on
showing
scholarship,
any
honestly, or
signs of
not.
slowing down.
I think some players have like a
Need to get
couple,
rounds on the
like
board.
you know,
Yeah.
a little bit
It's
from random
already looking
scholarships,
to
but
be
I don't think any
This is like
any teams really
8-4.
like go
You end
super
up
hard on the
8-4
recruiting. Like,
Yeah, I'm
for
not
Winthrop.
sure.
I think you're okay.
They definitely do
with
have
it.
some.
It's not
There's
ideal. I'd
some
rather be closer to
money that they
6-6.
can do to like help.
8-4,
you
know,
know.
it's
Yeah.
still
I don't think it's like a
unexpected value, I guess. If you
D1
start to
basketball
get to
call
double
scholarship
digits
though,
throughout
where
the
it's
No,
just a
it's not
full
nearly the
ride.
same
Winthrop are gonna start
level
to
of
lose a little
scholarship
bit
as like
as well.
traditional sports.
Infiltrator
Yeah.
going glass
But they do
cannon
have some.
operator
I
here
do know a
also
lot of
very
the schools have
risky
some.
because you risk
think it's
just
still
giving
just
Darkus
too
the
new.
ult that he so desires and healing
Yeah.
at invest by Vandal
But it's
for it.
growing
Not
so
bad.
fast.
And now just one weight off. This op. Not a whole
Are these
lot
players
of
on the
value
stage
for
or like in their
on
dorm?
stage
No, they're all
very
here
much.
at this event in Chicago. This is all on LAN.
This pick will be-
Maybe.
So the top 8 teams qualified to this LAN
Maybe.
are all here in person, and now we're left with the
smoke's
top
gonna
2.
fade before the peak comes through. Oh, this is ballsy. That's a
Is
big
everyone-
flash.
Oh!
That's a big miss. That hurts. Now I feel like Logan pops the ult here and probably flies into sight. Yeah, this is the right call. That'll take down another one. Yeah, Critical gets the trade, but now Critical's alone on site and already running low on the mag. Just 10 bullets left remaining. 7
shot.
now. Make it
No
6.
shot.
Somehow Critical's finding value.
Oh!
But it still comes
Wait.
down to 1. It's Gucci who
How did he
across the
get
map
3 there?
That
doing
was
all
There's
nuts.
that
4
mayhem.
people on him.
That was well fought by Critical, given the state of things. A 1v4 on site.
Oh my gosh,
with
he's
just
gonna get
10
Valorant
bullets
timing.
left. Now
Oh,
that's an
never mind.
isolated kill. I'm not sure what the read was there.
Oh.
It's a miss
Oh.
molly,
I
though.
love dip
It
spot
doesn't
there.
go deep enough.
Just
so
holiness
Dip's
is
actually
so
able to get up on the
ballsy.
railing. And
Nice.
even when it's
Wow,
close,
dude.
it's still a Northwood win.
Wow.
Even when it's close, Northwood still have so much saved up here that it does nothing to their economy. They still have
Drink more Red
Dip
Bull.
is balling. Dip is buying the team dinner
Hey,
at the
Prescott,
end
you
of
gonna
this
go
with
get
how
more?
much he's got. And now 9
I
rounds
might.
on the board.
That was really good.
Once again, it's just
I was
really
so
rough for
hungry.
Winthrop here because they could have.
I had
been,
more lunch than you,
They
so
had
True.
options there
Mhm.
in terms of map pick bans. You know the record that North was coming in
Dude,
with.
they provided
And
us
we
with
said
such
they're
a
due for a
gamer
loss.
meal.
North was like,
We had such a gamer
that
lunch.
loss
It was
an
like
anomaly.
chicken
We're
sandwiches.
little
gonna be
chicken
perfect on this
sandwiches that
map.
was
Again,
just
I
one
think the
chicken
biggest issue
tender
is
in
that
there.
a lot of teams
They were
aren't
so
gonna
good,
wanna play
though.
It was
Sunset,
so
a lot of
great,
teams
and it was
aren't gonna
mac
wanna
and
play
cheese
Split.
and fries. Like that's
this
a
is the
gamer
map that
meal.
you'll
It was
probably
so
feel pretty
You were saying
good.
gamer meal
confident
like it was a
Set
bad
has
thing.
also
No, it was a positive thing.
getting
It was
kind of
so
brushed
good.
aside. So map pool is definitely like really interesting for a lot of these teams here, as they just don't feel so comfortable on some of the maps that maybe in the past they would have leaned towards.
Yeah,
a
it
little
was
bit
fire.
harder.
It was.
And that might
what
be
I
why Winthrop has found themselves in this situation. Now, it is important to note, yes,
Cute.
this map skews attack side still. Even though this map's been around for a while, it's still an attack-sided map, as we see Northwood get what seemed to be a guaranteed
This
round
is
there.
crazy.
But not this one-sided.
What the
10-1.
heck?
This is like first week Lotus.
Yeah.
Like that's what you would expect. First week, second week.
This is a little bit of a
This is
stinker.
Little
Northwood
snack.
versus old Winthrop on this map. This is
scholarship.
giving shades of CVAL last year at that, where
Wish I had a
do
scholarship.
anything to Northwood on this map.
Scholarship?
They were untouchable
Yeah.
at that. I mean, Logan having 17 kills for himself in the first half.
Gosh.
That's what you want to see out of your duels. You want to have Logan start to pop off here, and Ali's got himself an ace, and then
A
just
full
sort of pick up
ride
the rest from there.
scholarship.
The entire side from Northwood
Raze is so good
like
at this
a
map.
well-oiled machine. This feels like 2022, 2023 Northwood. They want to
Yeah,
go
we just
back
talked about it, but they
to
probably
Red
don't
Bull
have
Campus
full
Clutch.
ride, or they don't have like
They wanna go
full
back
ride
to the
scholarships
international.
in
They
the
wanna go
same
to
way
Turkey.
that
They
like
want some kebab
D1
for
athletes
themselves.
do. But there definitely is something.
Oh,
Just not 100% sure what it is.
Man.
The
Northwood
spam
is
through the box with the
cool.
follow-up
Gosh,
shot
man,
dart.
look at
The
this.
attempt at popping Showstopper here. We talked about the fact that they had kind of been
No,
sitting
dudes
on
are
it
all
to a certain
good.
degree. They'd had it for a while. The Aldrone even gets a chance for a second dart. It just kind of illustrates the woes right now for Winthrop. Northwood has no reason to push this. They don't need to. They're in a great position. They can take the fights if they want, because the reality is that
Gosh.
Winthrop feels the pressure more so than Northwood does.
Oh my
Look
god.
at the X-ray. There's just 5 members. They're all stacked up here. Everyone's just going to swing critical. And the
Holy
Afterwatch
cow.
is just going to save them to make it bearable to get out. At the very least, they will regroup. They'll be able to find an angle back here. But
It's gonna be
nonetheless,
11-1 on the half.
so
This might be the
challenging
biggest
on
blowout of the
Convert
entire
position
tournament
from
today.
Never
This
mind.
is actually
Oh, they
nuts.
called it.
I think the lowest
They heard the TP, so they called
The
it, but he
score
jumped
was-
off. And now they're
was a
looking, but they're not
13-4.
finding. We've got dueling Viper ults, so there's going to be a lot of green
Oh!
smoke flooding the skies. Gucci
Wait,
just
Gucci!
picking up kill after kill inside that smoke, but now it comes down to a 1v1.
Yo!
Gucci gets a
Wow.
4K. So one of the ults that we saw them sit on for
Second round of the
several
day,
rounds
baby.
was Viper's Pit and Showstopper. They finally use it and it wins them around. Obviously, scenarios didn't
Comeback
play out
time,
before
comeback
that would have
time.
allowed that to happen. But
To be fair,
hey, if you were
in the
gonna
game
win
that
a
Northwood
round,
just
I
played
guess
against,
that's the one you gotta win.
they played against Fisher.
End the half with some
They won the half
success, make it so
10-2.
it's manageable. 11-1 is
They won
really
the
tough. You
game
lose pistol, it's over.
13-11.
I mean, at the very least,
I know. I wonder what they're feeling right now. They're probably.
you get something back. You get a
I
little
wouldn't be
bit
surprised if they
of
were a little
confidence
nervous
going
right now.
into Here. You
Yeah.
get a pistol round when
Even
you
just
get your
letting that
bonus,
one round
you can
slip.
potentially keep snowballing off of that. Very much akin to how Northwood
Yeah,
would
Giving
do
them
that
some of
in
these
the
some of these
second
games have been
half. But
insane.
Of course,
Um,
you're already looking down.
The
double
game
digits.
I
It's
was
8-round
casting,
deficit at this point. Winthrop just need to make some magic
Winthrop
happen,
was
and that's
playing
what we need to
Fisher.
see. Of course,
they went up
it's not the
9-1,
first time that we've
and
needed to
Fisher
see
brought
them
it back
make
to
magic. We're down
9-9.
2-0
So
in
these
CVAL
games
Grand
are
Finals
all
against
about runs,
Northwood
but
themselves. They bring it back on map 3, map 4. They go. They were one
How's Chicago?
round away. I think 2 bullets away.
great.
From potentially
It's
sending
great.
them to map 5.
We are Chicago.
overtime, where they could have
We
closed it
are
out there, but
Chicago.
no dice at that point. So this is a
It's not as cold as I
program
thought
at
it
the
would be.
very
It's
least.
kind of nice.
Their director, Bo, very familiar with Northwood being in the lead. They're perfectly fine
Oh,
with an infiltrator.
gosh,
that's what you need to
that's
do. Take Darkest off the
nice,
board.
good pick.
Well, they needed to get Spike down. Absolutely had to. They're in a 4v4 post-plant scenario. And in the first half,
How you
this
doing,
is
Mel?
where Northwood
How's
really
Chicago for
shined.
you?
anytime they were in a post-plant, it was pretty much, you know, Northwood's
Oh,
taking control. But here,
Is that,
they're
is that
seemingly
time to meet up again?
struggling, and I get that part of that is, hey, pistols, that's kind of
Oh.
what they do. As Dip tries to
Yeah, how
dive
far are you
and
from
get out
the
of dodge.
Ignite Gaming Lounge?
yeah.
It will not work out, and that'll be the third round for Winthrop. Still quite a mountain that separates these two teams.
We were talking about it. You need to just keep winning rounds at this point. If you lose pistol, you're in really
Yeah, it's
deep
actually
water
been-
for
it's
Winthrop.
been
At the very
not
least,
that
you've
cold.
got potentially another.
I was a little
another
bit
one of the
concerned
bigger
as
ones. We've
it
seen a
was
couple of
snowing
pistol
and like
Griffins
30 degrees
already.
here last week.
Unexpected.
but
They're
it just
90%
feels
round
like
here for themselves. You can keep pushing the
the
tempo
darkest
here.
depths of winter
side
in
of Winthrop,
California, which
get
I
yourself
am prepared
in a
for.
good position. Hopefully hold on to a lot of these guns. That's the major thing. If it is a costly round, you're looking down the barrel of Northwood taking free buy-up round, potentially a bonus afterwards, and then you're in trouble. But nonetheless, positioning here.
How much ping do the pros play at
We're
VCT
sort of
lands?
grouping up this mob,
Normally
this
those are just
snowball
played on the servers, I think. I don't think they're actually a
Four-member
LAN.
strong is gonna keep
Actually, wait, no,
moving
those are on a
around
LAN server.
as a unit. And that's
It
what you have
depends
to
on
do
what
on
tournament it is.
low
If it's
bar.
actual
When you're on your
VCT,
eco, just
it's
move
on a
with
LAN. If it's
increase
not,
power numbers.
they just play on the servers close to them.
Winthrop
This may be a silly question.
desperately
explain
trying
that a
to
little bit
keep
more? What is
the
that?
minor
Like
amounts
ping?
of momentum
Like
they've
ping?
managed
No,
to
land.
muster up.
I don't know what that is.
Alliteration aside,
LAN stands for
This
local
is
area network.
Okay, that makes
very
sense. That
difficult.
now.
And so
just because
LAN
of
in gamer
how
terms
well
just means
Northwood
like
won
You're-
many
Like,
of
this is a
those
LAN.
rounds.
Okay, that makes sense.
We're not
That's a
actually playing
good
on
shot
LAN,
to get things going.
but it's a LAN.
Oh, okay.
They're walking
But
into the
LAN
stack,
technically stands.
at
It just
least they
stems from
were.
like the term,
but off that
Okay.
kill they decide
Technically
to pivot, and they're gonna
is
instead
local
take
area
things
network.
over towards the
Okay,
B
wait,
side.
and
so-
normally means
Where
it
the
used to mean
defense
like
is
you go
not
play
soft,
at a
it's
Halo
non-existent.
LAN,
Yeah.
you'd all go play on that network.
Yeah,
You'd
they
all be
just
on there
decide-
like Wi-Fi playing a tournament.
That flash
That
caught a
makes
couple
sense.
too many
Got
people.
It's gotten to
Actually,
be spread to be a
great
little bit
positioning
more
from
broad
Gucci.
Okay.
because
He's just
people
gonna
still
get
meet
jumped
up
on
for
there. Actually,
LANs,
Reds
but then
are
they
on
play
the side to
online.
help out
That
as
makes
Is
well.
that what's
Yes, you
happening
lose
here?
one member,
believe
but
so.
at the very least,
Interesting. Okay.
it is a good closeout here. Winthrop, keeping four of those guns.
I think they're just
Honestly,
playing
that's
on
what we wanted
the-
to see.
the
We needed to see them keep
daily
a lot of that in check.
servers,
Okay, that
which
makes
is
sense.
we're in Illinois, so it
That's
makes
what
sense.
yeah, that's what I thought. That makes sense though.
Now,
Yeah.
surely. we
Yeah,
don't
we're
see what
in
we
the
saw from
Chicago
both of
server.
these
10.
teams. 'Cause
Yeah,
so
exactly.
far,
If it was LAN, it'd
both
be like
teams have really struggled
But obviously,
at
10. 10's
maintaining
pretty good.
control at the swap. They are very much single half teams.
You get one.
You
Sometimes
get one good half,
Yeah.
and then it's like, okay, well, let's just scramble together the last few.
Exciting.
We got this.
Yeah, there's that saying that when you're down like a whole lot, it's like one round at a time. I feel like these teams have been one half at a time, and they really only focus on one half. They're like, oh, what's
Exciting.
going on? Northwood are saying, that's time. Let's wrap it up. Let's get it over with. We want to get out of here. Let's book our tickets already. Ali gets a couple here, and now Gucci pulling the darkest strat of lurking.
I get 10M in
and no
Canada.
one's home.
You're probably in what, Toronto?
Well, we did wonder what we were going to get from Northwood, whether we'd see that early response or Winthrop was just going to steamroll like basically Northwood did.
Toronto with fiber. Yeah, exactly.
Impressions?
you're
Gotta
really
be.
close to Chicago,
answer is
to
no.
Illinois.
Obviously, there's still game to be played and there's still time. It's
Oh.
just,
Gucci,
Time is
1v5
running
and a
short.
bulldog. Let's see it.
that hourglass
Now or
is running
never,
out of
baby.
grains of sand. So we find ourselves here. It's a 1-on-5 for Gucci.
Oh
You
yeah.
can see with the sight lines, it's just green arrows pointing straight at him.
Yeah, just close in slowly, triangulating on the target at that point.
So Hearts like D3. Yeah,
This has to
I don't
be,
think you
like,
can blame
this
your internet, Bao.
has to be a clean Winthrop
If
win.
you're
They
if
need
you're
to get
fiber in
themselves
Toronto,
flawless.
you got 10 ping on
Like,
Illy.
I think that's
That is
what
pretty
they need.
ideal.
The flawless
That is-
round here.
that is pretty
you
Continue
can
to
blame
push
anything else
forward.
though.
I blame my
Keep that
aim.
Northwood
That's
economy
fair.
check, because flawless round for Northwood means they keep all their good. They keep that economy going for themselves. Afford themselves another full buy afterwards. Really gonna struggle to stem that bleeding once again. Now Northwood playing aggressively, playing
Yeah,
up
no,
here.
see, that
Infiltrator,
makes
though, can
sense,
find
Luke.
two. Logan
That's
answers the beck
yeah.
and call, and it's 3.
That's got to be it.
Already at C Mound, very early on in
Glenn
the round,
Fox.
immediately
Can't be you.
hitting that site with everything they've got. Use that numbers advantage.
Why would it be me?
I actually think he may have timed this. I think he got through and they don't know. Now, luckily for Winthrop, they didn't actually commit off that. But this puts him in such an interesting position. They have no idea that one more is on site.
Oh.
Able to get some
Oh.
shots
Nice.
out, but just weird angles, so it prevents really any kind of impact being had by Darkest. There was a world where the timing on that worked out so
too
much
much,
better
man.
for him because he got through.
That was some
before the Dog
tacos, rice.
Really saw. I think Dog was right on
chips.
the edge of the smoke.
I
So
think
it
we were
was
hungry.
like ships in the night.
I didn't realize it was,
We
but
got some empty plates here.
that was
Doesn't
pretty
end
good.
up amounting
Because you had a Red Bull.
Those
almost something massive
Oh,
Darkest
I
there.
should have to
Benji,
rain
though,
of rice on
picks
that there.
tackles
But I
wisely
can't, I
here.
can't
Critical
go over more with the
holds the fort down.
can't go over more with the
Is it enough?
the cord here.
Rifles
Nice.
carried over. I think you should still be in okay
Perfect.
shape, but Northwood full buy up once again. Go
Yeah, that
again,
was-
as they say.
Gosh,
Momentum starting to
if
shift back a little
Winthrop
bit
comes
here.
back
Four
and
of the-
wins this
four of the
game,
last 5
That would be
rounds
epic.
were
That would
Winthrop's
be-
favor.
We've
That's
seen
Insane.
so many comebacks, but no one actually won their comeback yet.
Yeah.
Keep the
It
ball
got so
going,
close,
keep
and
it
then the
going.
team that was ahead won the whole
Yes.
time. It's like, come on,
Fine.
let's speed it up then.
This round,
deep dish
you
pizza.
see
I love deep
a
dish
pretty
pizza.
significant investment coming in
Do
from
you like deep
Northwood.
dish pizza?
Again, they're just so close to the finish.
Oh,
line
it's
at
gotta
this
be hard
point
for you
that
'cause you're-
It's really going to come
It's
down
not really-
not
it, like-
necessarily to the
It
buy.
depends. If we're
It's gonna come
talking
down
like
to
just
ultimate
more
content.
bread,
That's what you really need to pay attention to.
Breadstick.
like if we're talking like this thick of a bread with
Yeah.
pizza,
Especially
then sure.
considering
Okay, yeah, like a
how
Chicago
critical
deep dish
we were
pizza.
of Winthrop's
I
using
don't
their
think so.
ultimates on their defensive half, where we
Not
said,
not
hey,
really,
those
because that's like
guaranteed rounds that you could potentially
more
win
just
in
like
the
meat
Viper
cheese,
pit,
meat
the
cheese
showstopper
sauce.
potentially finding two.
On,
They
it's not like the
just
bread
didn't
sticker,
use
right?
them or didn't get the
There's
chance
different
to
versions
use
of
them.
deep
There's
dish.
different
I think
versions
that's
of it,
what's
for
important
sure.
Chicago
for
deep dish
Northwood
is
here.
pretty
Every
bad.
time they get those ultimates,
Pretty
use
bad?
them as efficiently
That-
as
I'm pretty
possible.
sure.
Gucci finds dip already
What?
on the opposite side. But look
What
at
if- what
that,
if
that's an
Mil-
ultimate now
Actually,
for
high key
Northwood
just like
next
Chicago
round,
deep
they so
dish pizza.
desire.
What? Which ones? There's two.
See
There's
how
like
useful they
I
can
mean,
make
I
it.
don't think it's
Nonetheless,
like
4v5,
necessarily two different
5v4,
types. I
sorry,
think it's
for
just some
Winthrop. They
people
get the plant down,
make
make that a 5v3
Chicago style
infiltrate
pizza
on
as just
Smart.
like a glorified
They use the
breadstick.
showstopper to
Love
open the sight,
those.
even though it
Yeah.
takes
Yummy.
fine to kill.
And
it
some are
just
like
scares
50%
everyone away.
sauce
That
and it's like
sound
a
is so
soup.
menacing.
yeah, that's what I don't like.
Yeah, I don't
So
like that.
They run away,
I'm pretty sure
and
that's
that
the
opens
soup
things
one
up
is
a
more
little bit.
Chicago style,
and Northwood
commonly.
Yeah, I think probably. I could be
potentially
wrong.
debating
I
going
don't know
themselves
either.
to not
I
retake
I
territory.
believe
Their
that's the
money is
case,
kind of rough.
but I could be
Ultimate
wrong.
economy is building on
I'm
their
not sure.
side. You mentioned Sova's
I like
on hold now. They're very
BJ's
close on a
Chicago
few
style
others as
pizza.
well.
It's just
It's going
thick
to come down
bread.
to single
Yeah, that's what
kills
I
or
want. That
warp control.
that to me is great.
I agree.
It-
I
it
don't
does
like
feel like,
New York
hey,
style
if you
pizza.
get around
The
with
thin
4 ults, you
crust.
stack it, that's
If I can
12,
fold it in
and it's
half,
just like,
it's
okay,
probably
nice, I
not
find
gonna
one,
be my
just get
favorite.
more, Yeah,
But
If
when
like
I do
double
get those
ults and
pizzas,
get
I do
around,
fold it in
keeps you
half because
more.
I need the
that's
squish.
pretty good.
Like
We'll see what the
DiGiorno
board
is like
looks like
closer
this situation.
to
Yeah, you've
deep dish.
got,
It's not actually deep dish, but
Benji,
it's
who's
closer.
a
Like the bread is
few
thicker.
I mean, it's closer,
So
but
it's
it's not
close,
really
but not quite
Yeah.
there.
not quite
And the
deep
thing is,
dish,
they
I
need to
would
hold
say.
on to Dipsel realistically.
Yeah, if we're talking
to
just
keep
like
the
puffier, taller
lockdown in check,
pizza,
potentially.
absolutely more bread.
And the thing
So
is,
good.
Dip has proven to be pretty
So
trigger happy
good.
with the ult, and it has been pivotal in winning them rounds. So it's
Oh yeah, it's like that
It really
that
just depends
TikTok
on
audio
if
that
that
blew
he might,
up.
because
Of
look at
like,
his position here.
where's
playing over
the
towards Rubble.
cheese? And it's that guy
I
from
mean, this might
Chicago
be
being like, it's a
one of those
Chicago style
situations where they
pizza.
pop
It's
it off.
under the sauce.
Yeah, which
that
is-
I'm
That's
not
exactly
about.
what they're
'cause
doing.
I don't
that's what
really,
it is.
Play, they're
Okay,
just
yeah, that I'm
firing
not
down
into.
the A main.
It's like basically a normal
But
pizza
unfortunately,
on the bottom.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little
the eye
bit
of the
thinner,
sniper, not
but then
quite
it's
gonna
like
find the mark this time. Zero
like
damage on
pepperoni,
Hunter's
meat,
Fury, and
cheese.
that's a
They
big
do a couple
ultimate to be
layers of
trigger
that,
happy
and then
with,
they
as
put
you
the sauce
mentioned.
on the top.
Yes, Ali has the From the Shadows available.
Yeah, I'd
but
rather
even
just
then,
have
It's more like a
it's
lasagna.
a lot of bread.
to get
Yeah.
one, you just
I would like some
repossession
bread.
a little bit. You play some mind games. It's not really something that can guarantee you a round win in the same way that a Soba ult can.
I feel like this might actually end up being an
So I
A
agree. The
finish
thought
just
of deep-
because of
when
how
I
much
think
kill
deep
control
dish
that Northwood's
pizza,
gonna have here.
I think just
They've
like
got the
thick
orb
bread
down,
Me
they've still
too.
got another Molly,
and
so
just like
Viper can
normal
pop that.
pizza on the top.
Yeah.
If they
That
try to
Because
go
that's
that
for
is
what
the
great.
they
counter
that's what they
double
sell
hold
us
there as
on the
well.
West Coast.
Their
Yeah,
key
that's
They say
great.
it's
success on this is
Chicago
gonna be
style
trying to
pizza, and
re-pivot
it's
and
just
head back
really
towards A.
thick
Yeah.
pizza.
But it looks like
With
they've
like
got the
not
feelers
that
out
much
towards
sauce,
B.
just
This could
thick
be a
bread.
bit
It's
of an
just a
issue,
big
just because of what
breadstick,
you've
and
got
it's
here on
so
every
good.
cover.
The
It's gonna
soup
give everything
bowl
away.
of pizza is
That
not
probably
good.
wouldn't be for
But
me.
on time though, as Infiltrator
probably
finds the
wouldn't
frame,
be
Then we're on the
trades
same
are-
page.
Infiltrator's going crazy.
Wow,
here. That's
trades himself.
massive
Trades
picks there.
himself.
Darkus though catches the lurk and now down to a 3v3. The wall is up.
Is this
though,
their
so
buy?
at the very least they
This is a swing
control
round?
half of the site. Control some of those entrances, and now
Oh yeah.
confirm
Guck.
around here. This is heavy investment from Winthrop. Northwood, this is your time to shine. This is your time to make it count.
It's more Sicilian pizza than deep
Doors
dish.
are
Oh my
hard.
gosh, that's the best. I am
Can't sit here
Sicilian.
and pretend I haven't done the same thing everything. It's all
That makes
timing on this
sense.
flash. It's well timed.
Wait, which
There's
one is?
trade potential.
The thick bread or the
Oh,
soup?
wait.
This position
Wait, yeah,
is
which
going
one,
to prove
Moose?
to be problematic.
Which
Now they're
one
looking
is
for spam kills as they
Sicilian?
try to spot out this Viper
Oh,
location.
that was
That's a big one.
such
They
a
do
good
have
pick.
double smoke, but
That
there's
was
still Astra
huge.
Util. They're going to have to try and
Yes.
force them out of their hidey hole. Oh, it's
Oh,
Darkest.
He got it
That
on
is
like
a
2
big
HP.
1v1 that puts
That's actually
Northwood
huge.
at match point. Or map point.
Yes, Sicilian's got the
I mean,
thick bread.
that's-
That's perfect.
That's
That
what I
wasn't on
want.
the bingo card. We said you just stack up your
My
own
So we
grandmother
like
will be
Sicilian
thrilled
meat
with
You're
that.
good to go.
Yeah.
That one was not there. Just clutching it, just being better.
Well,
Alright,
I was
fist ball.
saying, like, their win con was to go back towards A just because you had a double setup on B, but then they actually quickly took care of the B defense, so it ended up looking a little bit better than it
Gosh,
should
this
have.
is
And then
crazy.
you see the Cosmic Divide comes through. You've got Viper ult coming through. Neither one really proved to be the success point they needed.
Now you're in rough shape on your ultimates. It's really down to this lockdown from Renz, if anything, to secure a round. As we mentioned, the Hunter's Fury being used so aggressively means you don't have that as the counterplay. Nonetheless, this time they just go for A. They're going for broke here. Backs up against the wall.
You have
6
defense
rounds
here?
in a row necessary to force
I have, like,
overtime, to force
a
second
long
chance of
time
life
ago.
on this map, and even still, it's going to be a challenge to do so. Infiltrator, though, has done as
Yeah, when
the
we got
namesake
in, we went to a
suggests,
southern style
very far
bar
up here
and
in
got
map
like
already.
very traditional
Texas food.
Texas food. It was great.
Infiltrator. Boombot dies pretty much instantaneously. Now the Paranoia misses the corner player
Oh!
and Gucci's spray does get a little out of control.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's a
Northwood,
rough round for North.
Not
for,
really on the best buy,
for Northwood. Yeah.
despite the fact that they did just win the round. Darkest is really the only one with any significant utility. Darkest thought maybe they could stick it. It's not going to end up being the case. Dip's now stranded on site. Hey, that's a good way to lose a round, if we're being honest. You take everyone with you. It's a scorched earth approach to the round win.
And of note, Winthrop,
Well,
their economy isn't the best right now. As you can see, Infiltrator is going to be forced back to a Guardian or Light Shields if they go for the Vandal. There we go. Gucci on those Light Shields as well. I mean, it's not the best of buys coming through from Winthrop. It could
Switch
be better.
bowls.
It's as good as you can expect from
sometimes
them.
it's rough.
But now everyone with those full buys. Benji is starting to lose honor here as they pull
My
out the
gosh.
Odin as well. Looking to spray down
Dang,
some
Logan
balls.
filling for
Oh
a
my
Now
first
that you
zone.
mention it, look at these
Last year
ultimates that are available.
doing a great
Viper's
job.
can shut down a
Yeah.
full site. That showstopper, Logan's been great with it thus far. Is this finally where Winthrop's road
Oh,
starts
gosh.
to tail off?
He is solo.
Viper, lucky to be alive as Darkest dodges a ton of util. I
Oh.
love this ult! Could have been even worse. There's the nade coming out as
Oh my
well.
gosh.
Significant damage being dealt early on by Raze.
So much
Last
damage.
Paxton gets
Yeah.
out of dodge. Now Sky's able to heal everyone else, but when you look at Sky, it's like, oh, Monka S.
Yeah, Crit has 10 HP. It is in critical range, if anything. And now
Benji with the
in tree if they decide to hit the A site. There's
There was some spam that came through because Viper was, I'm pretty sure, full HP when they grabbed that orb.
yeah, and now
This map is so
able to
whack.
shut it
Oh,
down.
there it
Darkness
is.
finds two. And this may
That
be
might be
all
it for
she wrote
Northwood.
For Northwood.
What do you mean? You don't believe
Bonus here. Northwood. are
Nasi.
going to
Oh,
reign
yeah.
victorious
Oh, there
on
it
their
is.
map pick here.
1-0.
Flawless way to close it out.
Jeez,
And
7-13.
Northwood, 13-7 win here. Winthrop down to the last gasp here. They've got to pick it up. They're on
Wow.
that pick now.
Woo.
I mean, you would anticipate that
I just don't
Maybe.
know why they didn't ban that map.
Breeze would go a little
Yeah,
bit
that's pretty
better
insane.
for them, given that it is their pick. But that was a rough way to start your series. Northwood looked so much stronger.
I mean, they're
at
16. Their
many
track record
times
is 16 and
throughout
1.
that. I mean,
Yeah,
Northwood
or
was really
15-1
just
something.
kind of
One of
controlling
those.
the pace.
One
Yeah,
of those
we
crazy
saw the
stats.
stereotypical second half comeback start to come to fruition, but not nearly the same way we saw it in previous games where it was like 8, 9, 10 rounds. It was just a few. It was a splash.
And I think that what that speaks to as well is Northwood is so experienced as that unit. They talked about it as well. That core has been together for 2.5 years at this point.
How much
They
subs to
know
Perma
how
ban
to
them? 5.
play off of each other when they're sitting right next to each other.
I'll
They
drop
know how to play
25.
off of
Oh,
each other.
Then
They'll
they'll have to
Down,
go,
up.
gift
They're
5 to
so
come
used
back,
to
you
all
know?
these
That's how it works.
They've been through
It's a
everything.
back and forth.
There's a reason they went 60-2.
Wow, thank
over
you,
the
Rooney.
entire last year.
I'm
That's a
handsome.
He
great
is pretty
record.
handsome,
If I
I
could
have
pick
to
a
say.
record, I'd pick 60-2 as
I'm
well.
with ya.
Can't lie. I mean, the numbers are there. The stats definitely add up. A very good first map coming out from Northwood. I am curious how they will play Breeze. Because, again, we've seen some of these teams
I'll drop
play
50 to
Breeze.
keep it there.
I think that Winthrop
All right.
should feel comfortable on the map.
How long has this guy been around for?
And again,
We're good. We're good.
so regardless of what happens on Breeze, they have to face off against Northwood now on Bind. It did feel
You're
like
all
this
in
was
the
2-0
clear.
condition win for Winthrop. Things
That's
get
so mean, but
sketchy if it goes to Bind.
Yeah, And I think for Breeze, Northwood
It's a
doesn't
nice
have
little
as
poster of Viper
many
we got right here. I just
recorded
realized that.
That is
games
nice.
on Breeze. So does that mean they're worse on it? Who
Take
knows
that
at
home.
that point? It might just be something that
Alright, do you
teams are
want
betting
a
against
watermelon
them because they
mojito
don't
thing?
wanna play the map at all. For a
Sure.
while, Breeze was
Sounds
team's
great to
because
me.
they didn't want to play
Alright.
it, not necessarily because Northwood was so good at it. Bind
Scott,
was
hear what
banned because
happened?
Northwood was
Dude.
so good at it, and of course, looking down the barrel of
Yeah,
that
problem,
9
you're
and
bumping me
1
out of the way here.
on
Yep,
Bind
I'm
was
bumping you out of the way.
last year.
All right, I'll be right
The
back. I'm
2
getting
so
a
far
Red Bull
nailing
mixed
it, so, I
drink,
mean, that's a pretty
and
good
Mel's gonna
indicator.
take over,
We'll
and
have
then
to
we're
see how
gonna.
that all plays out, but of course,
Okay, bye.
Okay,
we gotta get
bye-bye.
through Breeze first. That's the major thing that we gotta look
Yeah.
at.
But before we even do that, we got to get through this break. We're going to go through
Break.
a quick break. When we come back, we'll be jumping up into map 2.
Oh, thank
Again,
you.
it's Northwood who are
kind.
up 1-0 over Winthrop in the grand
Oh
finals. here for the
gosh,
US
yeah,
Campus Clutch.
Crusilium. What
We'll be back in
happened
just a bit.
is Winthrop got smacked. They got smacked. Honestly, it was impressive. I didn't expect it to go down like that. Melstream. Dude, I can't move this chair anymore over because there's like a massive cord there. So, oh, this is how we are. What is happening? What is happening right now? I love you too, Miley. Oh, thanks, Hannah. I haven't had my hair natural in a little bit, so I decided today was the day, you know? Today was the day. I actually really do like Chicago because we're in Illinois and I've never actually been here except for a layover. And it's really nice here. It definitely in the area that we are for this event. It's not in the city of Chicago. It's kind of like a suburb, but it's really nice. Every place we've gone to has just been really cool. Bring more to the silly guy in chat, but that's interesting to hear as well. Yeah, that I don't really know what's going on. Not really sure. We did not go to the Bean. It was so we literally, guys, I know I said this on my stream right before we left, that this would be a 100% work trip, and boy has it been. Here's what happened. We woke up yesterday morning very early, got on a flight yesterday morning very early, flew 4 hours, lost 2 hours, went to the hotel, sat down for a sec, and then came here until like 9 p.m. Until like 9 p.m. And then we went to bed, woke up this morning at 7 a.m. and we've been here all day.
It's been sick.
And then we're leaving tomorrow morning.
Yep. Also, the bartender wasn't there, so I didn't get us drinks.
The frick? Terrible.
I know. What are they doing?
You slept? That's not working.
Why
You're
is the
right.
Bean
Our
closed?
bad.
It's closed.
What do you mean? It's closed?
The Bean is closed right now.
Why?
Well, why are we even here? If the
The
Bean is
bot
closed.
is down. It was working like 2 minutes ago.
It was working. People
For
keep licking it? Okay,
construction.
whatever. What are they doing to construct it? It's a bean.
It's the Bean.
It is the bean.
Mm,
Bro, it's taking a well-deserved break. No, he's been having too much off time recently, actually. He didn't clock out this PTO.
I wonder where
Oh,
the
man.
bartender is.
Thank you. It's been a while since I dropped in. Good to see you, fetus whacker. I get you.
That's funny.
Yeah. You think it's funny? Really? Really?
Yeah, I think it's silly. I think it's silly. I think it's funny.
Horrible.
Oh, my claw clip.
They're fixing the concrete, so they're not fixing
Interesting.
anything in the bean. You're telling me we can't even look at the bean? Where did the music go? You guys hear the music? Oh, it's gone.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Oh, did it cut us out? No. Oh, there we go.
And we are back. Map
Nice.
down here in the
Woo.
grand finals for the U.S.
Eh.
version of Red
Eh.
Bull Campus Clutch. We're trying to determine who's
It's
going to be
being
going on
through a
to
fence.
represent
Oh,
the United
no.
States
Surprise.
at the global final in Istanbul, which is
Surprise.
not that far away.
And then
And we
Bry
made
Guy
for
won
map
on one of these.
which was kind of a slaughter.
Wait.
As it was North.
Oh my
really
gosh. I
stepped things
totally
up here
forgot you
on
changed your name.
Lotus. Now we get to go over to.
I missed Bry
which is
Guy.
Winthrop's pick, but it's not looking great just because of the momentum factor.
Oh
that
my
North
gosh.
built. And
Go
both of
back
these
to
teams
Bry
have
Guy,
proven to
Fetus
be
Whacker.
snowball teams. They build momentum and they hold it.
Yeah, I
Can't do this,
100%
man.
agree with you on that
Can't
one
do
there,
this. I
Brock,
to-
and we really see
Yo,
North
they got
really
Shrek
fast starts in
Crocs?
the game. We saw it against Fisher
Sick.
twice. We saw it against
Shrek
Winthrop
Crocs,
here
I'm
now
down.
once, and we'll see if
Can
they
add them to
continue
my
to do
weird.
it
I should
here
just
on
start
the
getting a
Breeze as we
collection
go
of all
through.
the
I'm
weird
just more
Crocs.
so
I've got
concerned
the
about Northwood's
Minecraft
ability to
Crocs.
close out
But
these
those are kind of
games
fire.
rather than coming into them. I think the first
Oh,
half
where's
will be
Barton?
very smooth for Northwood. They'll be
Oh,
on
I
the
saw
good
there.
side with this being. Oh, look at
Shrek
that.
is a win itself.
But
Someone's
Yeah.
hosting
I
a
do
Shrek
think that
watch
with
party on my
them being,
Discord tonight. That's
you
pretty
know,
awesome.
on that fast start, on the good side of Breeze,
Grand finals.
being the Winthrop pick, I think they're going to come out the gate really, really strong. But I really would like to see.
I was a
Northwood
child
really
back
close
then.
out
I've
the game.
evolved
That is the big
from
difference.
Bry Guy
To
101.
give you guys an idea of scale on that
I feel like this is
trophy,
a
too,
step back,
I'm about
Fetus Whacker.
5'10". That trophy would be a suitable prosthetic.
I feel like this is
leg.
the Fetus Whacker is the
It's-
name you
it's a-
make when
it's
you're
a
like
big trophy.
13 or
It is
14 on the
quite
internet with your
sizable,
friends
and
at a
someone said it lights up,
sleepover,
too,
you know?
right?
Like,
Yeah.
oh man, wouldn't it be
Little
funny
bit
if my
different
name
with
was
the campus
Fetus
lights.
What's your
Whacker?
Xbox
And then
name?
Bry Guy 101 is the
It
one
would
you
be
come up with
awesome if it
later
was like the
on.
bat signal, like it
Of,
would
like,
send the campus clutch.
Oh
logo
man,
on
I'm
the
like
ceiling.
17.
That
Fetus
would be
Whacker's a little
cool.
out of
This
touch
is
anymore.
progressive.
Trophy maker, whoever designed that
Oh,
would actually wear it. It
gosh.
looks quite nice, and it's significant.
Oh,
It's a very
gosh.
large trophy. That's one of the things they're fighting for. The other thing, obviously, the glory, and then getting
What
to
happened?
the global finals.
Istanbul
Nice.
sounds
I didn't
beautiful.
realize it
It's
had
a beautiful
evolved.
city. 100%. I mean, I've never been personally, but
I haven't either.
yeah, it's beautiful.
I've
Take
Googled
our
it.
word for it. We've looked at some pictures.
Yeah, I've seen the internet. I'm aware that it exists.
So,
and
guys,
it's
if
apparently
anyone's
quite
just
nice, and
tuning in,
I obviously
we
have
are
some
out
friends
watching
who've
the
gone
Red
to
Bull
other
Campus
Valorant
Clutch
events and even
Collegiate
events prior
Valorant
to that
tournament.
for other games.
It is the
And
grand
they
finals.
have
The
nothing
winner
but
of this best of
positive things
3
to say, so it'll be a
goes
great
to Turkey
experience for whoever
to
gets go, whether
represent
it's going to be
the
Northwood or
USA
Winthrop,
in the
we
World
will
Finals,
see, because
which is pretty cool.
Pretty
yes,
awesome.
And Northwood versus
has
Winthrop.
momentum off map one.
Northwood won map
But
1, 1 win away.
Breeze
And
is like
boy,
a-
did they
a
win.
kind
They
of a
won by
left
quite a bit.
field
They
pick.
won.
Like, no one's really been playing Breeze a ton. I would
That's
say
a
that
great
Sunset
name.
and
That's perfect.
Breeze, they're like the two.
King of
Kept
the
that.
kills.
You should-
Yeah, I can see
69
that for
really
sure.
solidifies
I'd
it.
say Sunset's a little bit more and than Breeze
Yeah,
is
yeah,
for
just
sure.
because Breeze was in the competitive play before, but a lot of teams when
How about-
Breeze was in weren't
how about
playing it then.
Bry
Now
Guy
the map
Fetus
has
Whacker.
changed a little bit, and it
For
feels
sure.
Or
really
like
out
Bry
of the
Guy,
lack
the
of halls makes it easier to
The-
digest for most
I'm trying to
teams.
think.
Some of the changes in
Bry
mid
Guy, the
maybe
Whacker.
make it a
The
little bit
Whacker.
more
Maybe just
enjoyable
the
because you have
Whacker.
wall to boost up
Is
on
that
and kind of
available?
control
There's
A
no
and
way.
make it a
That
little
would
bit
be
better.
awesome.
But overall, I'd say that the map still plays very similarly to how we all remember it. There's just some minor changes that make it maybe different enough that you're like, let's give it a shot again. But if you were a team that didn't like Breeze before, you're still not going to like Breeze.
Yeah, it didn't change too much. Like, yes, there is definitely a good amount of changes that came through on the map.
Is our
but
bartender back?
at the end of the day,
still-
it's still
we're
Breeze,
still looking.
right? And I think that
I'm
we're
still-
going to see that
I'm on
here
the
now. So
search.
I'm very excited to see, like,
When that
you know,
On
what
the
are teams
hunt
like
for the
practice
drink?
levels on
When the
Breeze? How
bartender
much have
comes
these
back, I'm
teams
trying to
played
get
Breeze
these.
in the past? That is going to
Map
be a
2
big question mark for us.
is Breeze.
If Northwood let it through,
Map
I
2
think
is
they're
Breeze.
comfortable
Decider would be
on it,
Ascent.
But I think
Yes.
Winthrop is very practiced on
Wait,
Breeze.
where did
so
Firebird
wondering
go? I
if
think he
that
got timed
utility
out.
is going to really affect
Oh,
coming into this map. I think Winthrop might have a little bit better utility. If they can get their
Sure,
gunshots
nice.
hitting as well, then I think Winthrop wins this map. But
All
it's the
access
combination of both.
pass.
The utility, the team effort, the gunshots, the practice.
You're
that's
pretty
what
cool.
allows
I'm
it
pretty-
for Winthrop to take this map. If it comes
I'm
down to
pretty
gun skill
cool.
alone, I truly do think that Northwood wins
Otter
this
pop.
one.
I think
like
I'm really
that.
going to be looking at too the
That's
agent
super
content,
nice.
that
Do you
whatever
op in,
these
like,
teams are gonna
CS
bring
or-
to the
or
fold, 'cause
Valorant? You
there's
could
a
do
few
op
agents
your
we
pop.
haven't really seen played yet.
That's
We
pretty
haven't
fun.
seen Yoru, we haven't seen KO, at least on stream. And this is a map where those two agents are viable. You see a lot of teams run KO on this map. We see some teams run Yoru. I think that it's probably one
What are
of the
other words that
most
start with
viable
op?
maps.
Oppenheimer,
The other would
but
be
it's with
Pearl, which is
AWP.
no longer in the rotation, and we saw some teams
Oh, yeah,
doing
I saw-
that at the global level, not necessarily
Makes more
in North America so much, as teams weren't really playing Yoru at the time so much, maybe 1 or 2 teams. But I do think that Breeze is a map that does lend itself to running
Pop
a
their
double
pop,
duelist
bro.
comp. Teams might shy away
Can you
from
do a
having this
backflip
map.
right now, dude?
I am
If
curious.
the
So
ground wasn't
Renz
just
is already
all
hovering.
straight
There you go. And
concrete,
we've also got
He's
be
actually
down.
Kayo hover.
lying.
So
There is some
I
Offer
would
fight
stands
there.
50
somewhat
gifted for a
intelligent
perm event.
because I
I'm
was
down.
able to call out 2 agents
I'll
that I
sell out
expected
for
to
that.
see. Now, I'm actually surprised that we don't see KO
How you
on
doing,
the
Jared?
other side. but it's because they're going with the Sova. They're probably going to go double initiator here with Dip
Dude, Jerk,
and
you played
Sova,
with Winthrop
unless
a
Dip
bunch,
is gonna,
right?
like,
You
Oh
were-
my
you s-
gosh,
completely
Yoru.
throw everyone off. 'cause
No
Dip is
way.
a hard
I love
Sova
it.
main.
That's awesome.
Yoru's
Imagine
actually
this is a
so
double
good against
initiator,
Cypher on this
single
map. It's
duelist level.
crazy.
Wait,
Whereas
that's
you have
Wait, actually, no, it's
fun.
patched. Never
completely
mind. I take it
different
back.
approach
It's
on the
not.
opposite side with the
I hate
single
this map.
initiator.
They
double
changed the map,
duelist,
but they
Sentinel
didn't commit to
control.
changing it.
Dip is definitely making
Gets on
this
my nerves.
anticipating for us.
They
here
like-
right
they
now, and
literally
it looks like
just-
it's going to be a Sova lock
Yeah,
here
that makes sense.
by the most of it.
The mid-change is good.
Here on this one, a
Mid-change
very
is good.
identical comp
Hall
to
change,
the
no.
ones here,
No.
minus the
They should have
KO
just had
and
the
Yoru
mid-change.
there
I just hate-
from
I
the
hate
side
that
of
they, like-
Wins.
The mid-change and the A
But
main change is
we'll
fine.
see those
Yeah,
two match up
totally,
and
I
we'll
agree.
chat
But I
how
just
those
that
agents
it's just
might
so odd
affect
because they
coming
didn't
into
even
this
commit
game.
to changing
The
that. It's
defense
like you can
side
still
for
see.
Northwood to
Yeah.
start
See
is
through.
something that I'm really looking at. I do think that Northwood maybe takes us out.
Oh,
of the
that's funny.
7-5
Glitch pop.
8-4, we'll see, but I do think that once we do see Winthrop hop on that second half, I think it's going to be a
Oh,
completely
I like
different
that.
game.
That's fun.
So when I'm looking at the compositions from both
Yeah, Jerk,
Missed
so you rooting on?
opportunity.
with
You rooting
Sova,
on Winthrop
I
then?
feel like you need Sova. So if you're going to play a KO, you have to pair it with Sova. You're either going to go down to single duelist or you're going to go Sentinel free. I do think that Cypher right now plays too strong, especially on this map. Like, there's a lot of places where you run in, you're going to
Why did Cypher ever get a buff?
Going to hit you fast. and
Were
there's
we
a lot
not
of
playing-
creative
like, I
things
feel
you
like
can
too
do,
many
especially
people
on the
already
B
played
side, where you're not going to spot it out immediately. So it is a strong setup, and
And then
you
they
get
nerfed
the stun,
Wraiths.
and all of a sudden the tripwire is back, and you're
What are we
dealing
doing
with
here?
that,
They
like,
hate you.
regurgitating
They
tripwire.
are
It's gonna-
Where's
actively
the
going
bartender?
against you.
And we even interviewed a player earlier, and they talked about how.
I bet we
it
could go to the
happened
other
to them
side.
during a game
Oh, wow.
where they pushed a trip, got stunned, forgot, and then came back and hit the same
Maybe.
trip in the
I don't know
same
if it
round.
would
It does happen. I won't tell
Do you
you what
main?
team they play for.
mainly fade, but I have been learning KJ.
I don't want to hear. It's okay. Maybe next time.
So, but I do think that the KO is what makes that easier to get past.
For sure.
KO is going to effectively carve apart the B-side defense, especially when the ult comes through. With Cypher and Viper, you have good lockdown agents on both sides of the map, a lot of utility to delay out an A-push from the Viper, and obviously the tripwire is going to at least slow the push. It might not stop it on the other side.
Only time can tell is we do start off with round
Opter
number 1
pop.
here between Northwood and
Oh,
Winthrop
wait, you missed
University.
the P.
This can determine
Otter
if
pop.
Northwood
Otter
will
pop
go
still
on
works,
to
though.
Istanbul,
I
or
like
if we
I
do
like
see
Otter
that
pop.
map.
That's better than
It's gonna
Fetus
start with a
Whacker.
very nice pick from
For
the
sure.
side of Winthrop, but Northwood
Still think
gets
Bry
it
Guy
done
was my
here
favorite, but
with
Otter
him.
Pop
He's
is pretty
gonna be the
solid.
Jet and the Sova down for each respective team. And now looking to
Should
get
we
some
turn
more
the
of his
audio up on
map
that?
control
Yeah, we
over
can now.
towards mid here.
Ever so
On
slightly.
the side of Winthrop and slowly inch their way towards A, but look at this aggression coming through from Northwood down through caves. It could really cause a havoc on this play. And it's
What if
just gonna be
Valorant had team
Winthrop
damage?
backing off. They don't
You
really
just
wanna
shoot your
take
teammate in the
fight
back of the
over
head,
towards
gone.
the A side, and
CS.
we see them now.
I
making their way up to
I've
mid.
loved watching people come from Valorant to CS and
A little
just
bit jump
actively
peek
killing
action.
their
It's a
team.
crouch jump
I think
peek,
I
so
watched
you
the
can see
video of
Benji
Kaide
getting
doing it,
information
and
above the
it
brick
made me
box.
giggle.
They spotted
When
him too.
Valorant
That's why
originally
the
released, it
Snake
did
Bite's
have
going to come
team,
out.
team damage.
Cyber
I wonder why
Cage
they
come
changed
through.
it.
There's the jet dash.
I think
smoke
it just
that you
happened too
expect to
often
see.
where you'd shoot each other
But
because of
Benji
how
is still here
chaotic the
playing
game
towards
is,
Apple,
and
and now he's
dashes
back
and
towards
stuff.
McDonald's
Oh.
exit.
Yeah.
So you just
That'll be
accidentally shoot.
Infiltrator to get a quick trade out. It is 3-on-3 with both Vipers low. The spike still has not been
Actually,
planted.
wait,
There's
no.
one as
I'm thinking of
lingering on the
Fortnite.
site. That's
Fortnite
gonna be
used to have
Dip,
team
and
damage
now
at
all
the
of a
very
sudden it's
beginning
going
of it.
down
Fortnite on
to
the brain.
Infiltrator. Now, keep in mind,
wanna be
this
playing
is
Fortnite
a
right now?
1v2, but
I do want to
one
be
of those
playing
players is
OG
very
Fortnite.
low.
Oh.
So all it comes down to is a kill onto Darkest,
Oh!
and that's what they get. The spam coming through,
Oh!
chasing down that final kill. Can't quite find it. Both
Oh!
players are low, and it's just
Wow.
down to
Oh, I
time.
can't believe he doesn't win that.
Ollie
that
says, I
would've
see
been
you're ranked player, and I
rough.
raise you one classic.
I raise you one class.
Jeez.
That is going to be Northwood finding the pistol round there, and that should benefit them heavily here coming into the round 2 as well when it does come down to the buys. We're going to see the Scout, we're going to see the Ghost stay here on Logan with some armor and some utility, Bulldog on Alley, Bulldog, or rather Guardian on Dip, and the improvements come through here on their weaponry for the side of Northwood. When we look at the side here now, though,
Hi,
I
Jack
actually do
Bucks.
think Logan is keeping the Ghost, maybe to say for an operator
Turn
here
Doc
in
in.
round 3. We will see if they can make that happen. However, it is going to be
The
Northwood
game
searching
audio is
for
louder,
a
we
second
just
round
can't
here
hear
as they're up
each
against
other.
the pistols of Winthrop. We'll see if we can see a Thrifty come through. Darkest. gonna
Where's
be
the
first
bartender?
line of
I
defense
don't-
over towards this A side. We do have a couple players headed that way. Will we see a Scout headshot? Not quite yet. And Darkest gonna miss on that first one. Back
A lot
up,
of
play
people
little bit
rock
more
this
passively
Marshall,
here now. We
and I
do
don't
see
like
Winthrop Jet tag
What?
down to just about 30 HP though, so that could have an impact
I
on
don't
this play
like
here. Some shots got taken onto Infiltrator.
No, we haven't gotten our mojitos yet.
Mid and A control is looking to be taken here from Winthrop, so
Where
I don't
is the
think we're going to be
bartender?
seeing much of a
I like
a B
Valorant.
push come
You're in
through.
the right place. You're in the right
More
place.
main control as the molly goes in. There's the Euro TP backside. Let's see if they take advantage of it. It's going to be Infiltrator dying towards the
yeah.
doors.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
not exactly
just
looking
slammed
super
it.
fantastic right now for
Just
Winthrop.
looking for what to pop
You done
off.
with that?
It is a 5-on-4, and they've got players out. It's just getting to them. They have a hard time figuring out what to do from here. Probably waiting on full smoke for the Viper to try and bring that wall back up. So there's the pop. And there's the TP.
Oh.
Nice turn back. The no scope from Dark. Making a follow-up as well. The Marshal so
Damn.
devastating with its fire rate and damage against these armorless pistol
I like
players.
the
They might be able to get a
Neo
plant out of this, but
Frontier
they're going to
Marshal
have to fight for
The
it.
animation is
And now it's
nice.
all down to
Yeah,
Gucci,
Neo
who probably just
Frontier's
wants to stick it
fire.
and guarantee
Top
they're going to
tier.
get a little bit of extra
I
money,
regret not getting
which
that
that
Marshal.
will happen. The Aldrone's going to give away their position.
Oh.
It's a
Damn.
nice shot from Dip to close out the round.
Dip just plays
It's always
Sova.
a nice shot when
Oh,
it's a
hey,
very
hey, what
rare
agent do you play?
earlier
Sova?
today.
Oh,
It
it's
is a
so
very
satisfying.
We'll have to
satisfying,
play
so
Sova on
satisfying.
Sova.
It's something about that bolt action, or the not the bolt action, but
The
the
animation is the
semi-auto
only
action
good part
of
of
just
that
a
Marshal.
single
I
shot
disagree.
straight to the dome.
I don't like
Hey,
Sovereign.
we
though.
saw some pretty good,
It's a really long
satisfactory honestly, it's some really good shots coming through there as well with that one. Northwood going to creep up now to
Have the
nothing,
Doodle
but this
Buds,
is where
Marshall,
things will get a little
and
bit
I
more
stand by
difficult for them,
Nice.
as we do see Winthrop come through with the buy. 5
I do
Vandals
not
is
like
going to
the
be
Gaia's
what they're looking to go with, and
Marshall.
exactly as I
I don't know
mentioned,
why.
Logan,
I wish
he
I
was
could like
saving
it,
for
but I
the
can't.
operator coming into round
Op round
number 3. So we'll see
three.
if that has much in
Off round
impact.
3!
I know
That's
the
actually
other 4
sick for
members are going
Logan.
to struggle a little bit more just because of the guns they have compared to the Vandal. However, if Logan can really open things up, find a pick or two with this operator, it could really help push Northwood to the potential of a
Tiers
3-0
this is
lead
the
here
highest tier
very
of
early
collegiate.
on in map 2. Not only map 2, this is series point for Northwood in grand finals. The op is going to find one early
No
on. That's
way,
the jet
dude. He
of
actually
Infiltrator
goes for the
down,
op round
and a
3 and gets
5-on-4
a
start
pick,
for
dude.
Northwood is exactly what they were hoping for.
Oh no. Oh, not the video of us yelling at it.
What?
That's something that we've seen them punished earlier when they're
Where's the
playing
bartender?
against previous teams. They'd go for some of those
What was
aggressive
that?
looks with Logan
Observer
on the op,
was
and it
just
didn't
flying.
always produce success. If anything, it was
Oh,
punishing.
nice. Good.
Now that
Wait.
said, it's quickly
my God.
balanced out by some heroics
from
from
Nasi.
Nasi. Dip
32?
chimes in with one of their own before Renz
Come on.
steps to the plate and delivers a single. There's again Dip with the Guardian.
Winthrop really needs to win this round here. Because then they take away the
Now
op
it's
at
down to
least.
the
Like,
2-on-2.
dude.
Northwood gonna have to play for the retake here. Renz and Co on site. And it's gonna be Benji trying to find some early pick, but
Oh.
Renz will find the kill. Dip
Good
for a
trade
with the
from
Guardian.
Dip.
A
My
3K on the
gosh,
round
dude.
so far, but Dip, you're
Crisp
gonna have
on
to
the
go
Guardian.
hunting for this one as time will slowly dwindle
Dip
down.
could probably bench like 220.
Oh, what a little wrap around. Dip is
Whoa.
never going to expect this coming through behind
Oh.
him, and that's going to be a very nice kill for the
Yeah.
Viper of Winthrop and move the scoreline now to 2-1. They get on the board with their first. And unfortunately for Logan, that operator is now in the hands of Viper.
Nice.
I don't know if I love the op on the attacking
Gucci.
side, so I don't think it's as punishing to lose it and give it over. It's just more punishing because economically it's
Okay, it looks like he
like
has a drinking
starvation.
problem in
You
the
can
clip,
see
though.
what it does.
Looks like.
So Benji says it's okay.
I mean, it
I'll
looks
take it.
accurate.
You give me the Marshal.
He'll start
I'll
Where
drop
is
flipping
the
the
bar?
tables and he can't
playing
find the
Jet, it's more
bartender soon.
important. It's not to
I'm
say
gonna lose
it's
it.
not useful on the map right now. I mean, this is one
I
of
can go to the other bar.
probably more longer, drawn-out maps.
Potentially.
We
Oh,
see
wait,
we have a couple
whoa.
maps like this with just insanely long sight lines.
I really
Now
loved
there's
watching the
an early
observers.
ult coming out, which isn't too surprising
We've
given
been having
how
some fun today.
we've seen Dip typically pop that early
else?
in rounds. What's worse is,
Who?
though, again, Nasi takes
What?
down Logan. That's exactly
The
what happened in the
observers.
previous round. A gun juggle to keep
Ah.
that Vandal out of
Affiliated with
reach.
colleges or just college students?
And
They're
put it back in the hands of someone
They
who
are
could
college
use
They are
that.
college
Again,
students, yeah.
reminder.
they're college
Cypher did
athletes,
come into this round with a
basically.
Marshal.
Very nicely done. Infiltrator going to be continuing to try to see if this attack operator can make something work. And this is what you were kind of mentioning, Bach.
Bit of both. Yeah, I know my brain had a hard time trying to differentiate between those two. But yeah, these are all collegiate teams.
And now it is going to be critical. Looking
All
to
the people
push
are
things through. That's gonna
in
be the
college.
Orange
I
with
think
nuisance.
whether they're
However,
going to
Darkest
that school or
will
not,
take
I
down
don't know
Infiltrator
if that's
and
how
moves
it
this now
works.
to a 4-on-3 in favor of Northwood. These flashbangs from
Actually, I
KO are
don't
so
know.
good. Only 40 seconds on
No,
the
I think
clock
they are
left to
going.
work with.
Most of them are.
Most of them
Do
are
see
going
the
to
Util
college. It's gonna be
continue
odd if
to
they-
get
I mean, they all
tossed,
have
and
to
that is
be
going
in
to
college, but I
Yeah.
don't know if they're going to that
Rest.
college.
No Util. Dip will
okay.
find the kill on the Rens.
Interesting.
There
Now
are
the push
certain.
having come through. Two
I think
players
like
remaining,
most of the
and
teams
one
have
by
to be,
one,
or most of the
Viper
players have
goes
to be, but
down
I think
as well.
some of them
Last
are.
up to the Sova.
Okay.
3K.
But a
on
lot
the
of them
round
also
for
just like
Darkest and
go to the
looking for
school
more.
online.
Yeah.
So like,
Shock dart to land as
Collegiate
well,
players have
right
to go to
on
the
top
college
of the
they are a
spike.
team of. Okay.
okay, cool.
Critical
what I
does
assumed.
have a
In
soft
Canada,
target
that's
to
not
one
the
side,
case, I
but
know that.
time is
Yeah,
For
at
the
least
definitely
Canadian
proving to be a
US.
problem. and realizing no chance of actually escaping. Critical, even just having to shoot that dart makes it even harder. I think there was a
That's
world where
tough.
Critical was debating just saving in that corner and
Yeah.
hoping they run into
I do
him,
know most of
maybe
them
get a few
go
bodies
online
before the round
to, like,
ends and they
Northwood.
send it into the
Yeah.
next. It's tough. We did lose Logan, it looks like, so I think we'll see Logan.
I think a lot of the best players
Reconnecting
do
them
online
back.
school for those options so that they can be
So
like
we are
drafted
gonna
to
have a
different
tech pause.
schools
Yes,
if they
there
need to
might
be.
Is this the
Yeah.
first tech pause we've had of the day?
Oh yeah,
Tech
That's not bad then.
pause.
No,
Honestly, we'll take
that's-
that.
we've had some like maybe slower starts,
Adam, Cassicker, so-
but you know, someone got on this couch and said we are ahead of schedule,
Oh, come
and
on.
it's the person who casted right before you.
What's his name, Adam?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
mean,
I was
also
scared
not
'cause I did
surprising,
say we
honestly.
were
I
ahead
thought
of
it was you
that.
as well.
I
That
said we
being
were
said,
ahead of
we got a
schedule
pretty
to
good game
Adam
here
right
now.
before then.
Winthrop, they're gonna have to lock in if they want
So
to
he
secure
relayed
this
my
map and
message.
move further. As projected, what I was anticipating is, Northwood, they are having this aggressive
I
start.
think
Not
they also
only
have
is that
special
just Northwood
scholarships for
nature,
college
but it's
athletes,
also
like
the
special
map with the
study
side they
plans. Yeah,
have.
I'm not really sure.
I'm gonna
So
try
we'll
the other
have to see
bar.
if it continues here now. Winthrop, they did sneak away one. They just got
Did I get to talk
Tech
about all
pause.
this college
Tech pause.
right now?
I'm like
What's wrong?
peering out of the side of my eye at one of the observer PCs to see when we'll be
Bringing the
ready to
mic
jump
with
back
you?
into it, because I've been
No, it's
Oh.
loving what we've been seeing from
hit it.
Northwood as they again continue to keep their foot on the gas pedal here. Winthrop is maybe stalling out a little
Some
bit.
schools give out full
I
ride
do think,
scholarships for
like, we were
Valorant.
looking at that
Which
last round, right? You have the
schools?
jet with the op. When you have a jet
So
with
we
an
were
op,
just talking about
obviously it
scholarships
kind
and how
of
they-
limits your dive potential,
They aren't really the same
which
as like
is
a
why it's
D1
beneficial to
athlete
have the
full
Yoru to
ride
back you up. But
scholarship.
the Yoru isn't
But
going
I'd be
to
shocked
go
to
in
hear
the
that
same
some
way that
schools
you
do
are.
that.
Like a jet is going to smoke, dash, and then you're in. You have a Vandal, you can make that work a little bit. Yoru is going to wait until utility's popping off and then get behind enemy lines and
During
be
the
a
tech
nuisance.
pause,
You're
how
gonna-
could
you're gonna
Northwood be playing
anticipate
this better?
the
As
TP
number
if it's the
one
first thing
Radiant,
that
how would
happens
you
in a round.
impact the game?
And you're not going to do it in an open
I think
spot.
you
You're
just
going
need
to
to
find
put
some
me on the
rando
roster.
corner
Put
to
me in the
kind of
lineup.
get into and just be annoying.
Sub me in.
So usually you wait for a flash or you wait for an ult to make noise, something that makes significant noise so that you can get in without them really detecting
No, this
you.
is actually wild to
And
watch.
we are back, luckily. Logan will have the operator once again here in this round. And a little side note as well, one thing to mention is, Northwood, they are the reigning world champions. They've been in this position before. The nerves are not as high, I think, on their end as they are for Winthrop.
That's fair.
Oh, that's
they're a little
awesome,
bit more
Hannah.
used
Yeah,
to the
that's so cool. I
situation, and that
didn't
can
know
have a
that
factor
they even
on
offered
how
that.
the games play out as
I know most don't at
we
this
do
point.
see
'cause
this
it's,
one a little
it's
bit
still
slowed
so
down
new.
here. A little bit of jump
Esports
key
as a
coming
whole,
through
honestly.
from Winthrop.
Collegiate
Looking to spot
esports
much
for
over towards
sure.
A. The Viper wall going to go down to try to entry them into the site, but will Logan find a pick here? That is the question. The drone will spot
Oh.
him, and just like that, Infiltrator will go down. Benji
My
will find the
gosh,
kill. Benji
dude.
finds two. He keeps
They're
his
just
operator
in
alive,
there.
that being Logan, and now a 5 versus 3.
They're just in there. It's
As Winthrop
crazy.
continues to make their way onto site, we are going to see Viper pop the ult, try to get the plant down, but oh my
Ooh.
goodness, through the smoke, that's going to be Darkest with the utility kill. Ren's in critical. They find a couple back with the Sheriff and the Marshal. However, Dip will take down
That's
Ren's.
cool,
Only
Reduce.
one more
That's
player
cool.
remaining. Spike is down on site.
Basic college, but
3v1
it's
can
really
be
cool.
very difficult for critical with
Yeah,
this
this is
Marshal.
definitely the highest
Close
level
range,
of
he's tagged. His
collegiate,
location has been revealed. The
US
flashbang is going to come through, and they just want to end this round out. He's getting swarmed
They
with
are
utility, and
spraying
Darkest will
bodies.
find the kill. Northwood move up
Oh my
4-1.
gosh.
If you
but
had to
this is
find a
for the
silver lining, it's
16
that was a very
months
expensive kill. They got flashes, they got the owl drone. They made them use
All
some
14
utility that
Big
maybe
Ten
they
school
wouldn't have
field
had to.
esports
But it really started
teams
with
as
the
official
kill
sport-
from Benji.
sport teams, wait.
Had Infiltrator been able to float just a little while longer
Oh,
around
got
the
it. Okay.
backside of sight, it was
That's
a
cool.
one-on-one with a darted jet, knives versus op running away.
You're
They
empty-handed.
probably take
What?
out Logan
You're
in that
empty-handed.
scenario,
The other
and
bar
it
didn't
kind
work.
of turns the round in a different
What?
direction.
The other bar didn't win.
So Benji came up.
But I ran
with
into
Now,
Matt.
This is
And
the
he gave me
other
this.
side that we don't often talk about when it comes
in
to
there.
Yoru. How
It's,
annoying Yoru can be when the
I'll
ult
wait- I'll
gets
wait till
popped.
after
All
round,
the
but-
information that can be gained, you can just stand on the person and say, shoot at me. He's right
Yo, Putty
here.
Face, look at that 16 months.
But it's still not panning out the way one would anticipate as the bodies stacking up. And it's a 4-on-3 with significant damage
gosh.
remaining.
Oh.
But, as I say that, it is a 2-on-2, and
Come
they do
on,
have sight control. So we're going
Winthrop.
to go ahead and try to plant out of this.
Yeah, Winthrop turned this round around here, but it's going to be
Oh.
tough when Logan gets involved. He finds a couple shots there. That is going to be the Viper down to just 5 HP.
All right,
Barely staying
5-1, that's
alive, but
rough.
Ali will
All
secure
right,
the
guys,
kill
I got a
with headshot.
package. I got a
Viper,
pizza
the
box.
Viper and Northwood now
pizza
going to be
box.
up
From
5
from
to
Fat
1
Cap,
here
which is one of the
over
sponsors of this
side
whole
Winthrop,
tournament,
looking
whole event.
very, very
They
sharp.
made all the jerseys for all the players here. So I
Fun.
believe
Got
I got a
myself nice
I got my
little
own
here.
Oh my god!
collegiate Valorant
Ooh.
jersey,
USA
baby.
Geo!
Let's go.
That's super
Fancy, baby.
sick.
And I got
That
some
one's going on the
stickers in
wall.
here and a little duck.
Woo!
Shout out to Fat Cat and Red Bull
Yeah,
for the jersey.
really big shout out
that's
to
so
Fat Cap
funny.
and Red Bull.
They
Those
just-
jerseys look sick, and I'm excited to see who's going to be wearing the championship jersey.
It's on a
Did you-
3-minute
did you actually
delay,
see
and they
the
just
How
said
did
that.
that
That is
happen?
amazing timing.
There's
They
a
said that-
large.
That is so
Yeah.
awesome that they said that.
Like,
So no
bet,
pizza.
like you could put it
Stop.
over top of
Very
regular
fun.
beach ball.
Very, that's
Dude,
so
that
cool.
was so
That is
funny.
massive.
It's awesome.
They shouted out Fat Cat at
Ali
the same time.
starting us off in this one. Oh, all of Northwood will be starting us off in this one. 3 kills come through. Rens will answer back with
That's super
1.
fun.
Yeah, that's
And
really
it's a
cool.
4 versus 2.
Nice.
To Rens and the Sova from Winthrop here now, trying to see what they can do with
This
this one.
package is trippy.
It's been I feel like we're over towards this A side
Very cool.
every single time.
Yeah, it's really hard to go B.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
But
Nick,
oh,
that's
the
you.
barrel,
You're
the
cute.
head, critical will
Nice
find one
ponytail.
with the Marshall, and that is going to move us to 3-on-2. Makes this one a little bit more possible. That is going to be some good
So
information
the other,
gained as Rens creeps up, and the no scope will not be able to happen.
the
Darkness finds
other
the
bar, does
kill,
that work?
and all up
There's
to
a bartender
one
there.
from Winthrop. It's going to be critical.
The
What can make
bartender.
happen?
The bartender. I have to sneeze.
I mean, it's certainly difficult
By the way,
for
Rack-
Marshall to begin with. You're kind of like looking
Run,
at that
run,
op and
run.
going, do I just go back and get the op and save?
Guys, he's about to be so happy. Oh!
Oh.
Oh! Oh my
Dip
god!
just went
running.
Rambo. Full strafe. Never stopped running. Understanding that basically
That's so sick.
not moving will result in your demise when it comes to a
Oh.
battle against a Marshall. So just takes advantage of the fact that his gun's fully auto.
Infiltrator wants to keep it going with this attack-sided operator. He's actually going to buy it himself this
Jeez,
time.
wow.
Interesting to see rather than picking it up. With looking at the alt economy as
Double
well,
up,
we see
double
Logan,
up.
Benji, and Darkus with ults here on the side of Northwood.
Water.
On the side of Winthrop, we're looking at Critical and Critical and Nasi actually with the ults here on their end, and so we'll see what those can do and see the impact they have. Cypher can gain a lot of information for either side with both Cyphers having ult right now. Ren's gonna push way up into mid early on, not gonna get suppressed by that knife. As they creep their way up through mid and take some more map control. We see Winthrop now not really heading towards that A side as much as they were previously, which is going to be a big difference maker here now. Rip Benji, he's got his camera. This is why Cypher's so good. He can just
These are the
hold
true
down the
Keo
that
Cypher
cam,
setups.
But it looks like we could be seeing a mid to B push.
The Battle Pass
Now, they
vandal.
would have
guys,
just
that Battle
spotted the
Pass
mid,
vandal's
so
actually
they're
so
making
nice.
the call out on the
Can we
mid
talk
setup.
about that?
But it is a very passive
probably one of my
mid play
favorite
currently
Battle Pass,
from Northwood, which does kind of
skins.
open up a door.
They had a Bulldog too.
Maybe
it's
not.
actually
It's
so
a window.
nice.
It opens up
The
a
knife
window.
It opens up a
funny.
window.
But the window's really high off the ground, so it's going to be difficult to get in. It looks like Winthrop, though, does want to push towards this B site. Means they're going to have to wander through this utility. Dodging the dart means that Darkest has all the time in the world. Oh, no! Darkest!
Oh, he's
That
so
was a mess.
lucky.
I mean, he still found his two,
He's
but
so lucky he
all
got
works
two
out
right
at the end
there.
of the day. 2v2, the trigger
Oh
disciplines
my
up
gosh.
Darkus. Could have been a little bit cleaner, but gets the job
Sometimes
done
that happens, man.
nonetheless,
The
and
field goal
now
shot.
the operator Logan, oh, gonna go down. That's gonna be a very nice shot here from the Viper of Winthrop. 1v2 for Ali to win the round. We haven't really seen Northwood with a player disadvantage
Green Variant, it's
much
so
in
nice.
this
Dude, I've
game
actually
so
never seen the
far,
Green Variant of that.
but we see one here now. He's gonna be pinched as well, actually. Critical's gonna have a perfect angle for a kill here.
Look
As Ali
at
pokes
that.
up, shots come
That's
through.
real
Critical,
nice.
he's able to clean it up with the
Watermelon
ADS, and
margarita time,
Winthrop,
baby.
they find a
Oh,
second
it's a
round on the board, and they pull this one
margarita.
back within 4.
Yummy.
Watermelon
Yummy, yummy.
margarita.
Darkest does get
We're
two,
living, boys.
but, I feel like that
Holy
could have
cow,
gone a
6-2.
lot
Is
more.
this
Yeah, that
really
could have
just gonna
been three.
be-
Well,
Smack, smack.
I
Yeah.
guess well timed to
I
a
hope
certain degree,
not.
like patient. It was just unfortunate. Jet moved the second
I
he
forgot how
started
good the
shooting.
watermelon
So it's
one
just
is.
kind of like, okay, I got a motionless target. I'm gonna space things out. I know exactly what I'm gonna do, and then just, oh no, he moved, and then just panic, start spraying, hope for the best. Ends up with 2, but
The attack
could have
off
been a
is very
shutdown play.
interesting.
Still, though, look at the
Hey.
scenario. They're up 6-2.
Gotta make something happen.
No,
And
he's been
the
trying
round
for
they
the last
lost,
3
it was
rounds.
2
Not
up.
working.
Exactly. Now you gotta try
So
off.
it's not like the end
No,
of the
he's
world.
been
here for
upping. He
Northwood.
bought it last round.
Oh my gosh.
Not the end of the world whatsoever here. Now is Critical. Going to be trying to get some information here with
Guess
this
you might as well
Sova
try
drawing
at
through
this point.
mid. Winthrop does have that Cypher ulti still. And if you look at Northwood, they have 4 ultimates to use as well. So I would not be surprised with half the lobby with ults right now. Not be surprised to see some used here in this round. And you see Infiltrator getting very aggressive with the op, and it's going to pay off as Dip goes down.
I'm a liar.
What are you
5
talking
versus
about?
4 here
I'm-
now is
I-
what
you know
we
what,
are
I'm just
left with
lying
as
out here.
Infiltrator makes his way up through mid
I
now,
sound
stuck with
so
the op in
crazy.
the corner. In a hard
Oh my
place,
gosh.
and there's the kill.
Okay.
Darkness will find it. Shorty gets popped, and oh my goodness, Darkness
Holy
with the
Darkness
3-2.
is 2 there.
Where
Well,
Benji picks up
3v2?
critical for
Oh,
the trade.
no.
Ali finds Nasi, and
Oh,
just
no.
like that,
Oh,
we are
no.
down to a 1 versus 3. Benji here,
Jeez,
see what he
dude.
can do with the camera. And now the Viper spotted. They know
look
exactly
at
what
that.
they
I
need
mean,
to
that's
do.
a
Viper
good
gonna
battle
back
pass
off
skin.
and
The
might just
velocity
look to
skins.
rotate. I mean, the
Yeah, it
spike
is
is down
actually.
way back towards spawn, so grab the spike, maybe make this round happen. Very difficult task,
Episode
however.
1, Act 2 has like one of the best types too, the Ruin Knife.
I mean, right now,
Mm.
okay, there you go.
That
They
was
started to
nice.
move just enough. There was a world where Jet was just hanging out a little bit too much in mid. The wall's going to go up,
He's on the move.
and at this point, it's really just, hey, we're just going
Okay.
to play post plant and retake. We'll cover our butts over on the A site, and then they'll go ahead and run back over
It's
towards
so funny
B.
to watch the map as they were
I
all
like
like
this call from
staring
North
at A
Wood, right?
main.
There's no
Yeah.
need to
Instantly the
send
bomb goes
one
down,
player
all
into
of
a
them
solo
Everybody
at the
fight.
just
exact
go,
same
go,
time.
go. That's
Just
so
keep
funny.
your 3 on one side
This is
together,
such
and
a
if
hard one.
worst case Viper
Hard
plants the other
round to
site like
win.
he did, you can retake together as a
Ooh.
3-man unit. Will we see Viper line things up here from spawn? Spots one.
Oh, he
I think
saw
they
him
spot
on the
first. Well, that's gonna
cross.
make things a little bit
So-
tougher. However, he
Oh,
finds the
that's
first,
so
but not
tough,
the second.
dude.
Logan will be able there to
That's
clean it
tough.
up.
He didn't
and
get spotted, he,
Northwood
he
now
could win it for
will
sure.
move up 7-2, and this is just proof in
The
the pudding for
intel
what I
look.
said in the pregame. I mean, Northwood, they're having
It's
a
a great
strong
sponsor.
half, kind of like I anticipated. It's just, can they do the same here coming into the second half?
Even if they get a
Jeez.
couple kills there, the
Dude, if
spike was
Northwood
not planted
actually
for
just
that
smacks
position.
this, that's gonna be so insane.
That was one of those.
I mean,
play
like, good for
deep
them.
and
They're
hope
playing
you can
so
get a
well,
couple
especially
and
like
then
kind of proven
isolate 1v1
expectations
and
wrong because
Yeah.
Northwood.
try to
So
play with
last
the
year
clock a little bit.
they
Hopefully
won
they don't
all of
stick it,
Campus
'cause
Clutch
you're-
and
you're
won
far
like
enough away
the
that that's a
not the
pretty
U.S.
easy.
finals, the World final. They
So-
won.
Mhm.
But
I
they
like the
swapped out
play,
Furbza,
Fuji.
who
Just
is now
didn't really
trialing
come
for pro
together.
teams for Logan. The rest of
much
the team
like
remains the
many
exact same.
rounds
So
thus far
4
for
of
Winter.
them
They've
are
gotten
previous
close.
champions.
They
And
stole a round
Furbza,
or two
honestly,
away, but otherwise,
Kind of
this has
seemed
been
like
Northwood's game, and they've had
he kind of
full
carried a couple
control.
games to
Now Logan
bring 'em
is
the win.
smart to not
so if
push
they're
in
able to
here
win this in dominant fashion,
because
I think that's just
they heard
proving everyone
the
wrong. That
just
like, hey, like
full
yeah, he was a great part of our
barrage
team, but
Marshall
like
bullets. And
not-
then you have an op.
not the glue
That's the
holding
last
us
thing you
together.
really want
Yeah.
to challenge Marshall with.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
and that is why Critical will find the headshot there. And that is going to take down
A rare
one.
Halls kill.
Very rare.
Yeah,
very
right?
rare.
Like, how often do people even go there?
5 versus 4. Winthrop, player advantage. But you mentioned the Cypher trips can be just such a nuisance, and we're going to see that here now.
oh.
As you do see the Yoru fake.
See, the
actually
Cypher
got
trip
done
is
by
still
the
up
trip.
now. That used to be
But
so
it
good for Yoru to
replenishes.
break
It
trips,
does.
but now it's
And it
not.
makes Cypher so difficult to work with. As now,
Like, now,
there's
see,
the
like-
stun again, but you know it's
That's
there.
so
And that is going to be Infiltrator and Nazi, both with
Yeah,
their
that's super
respective kills,
weird.
actually. So that's going to be Winthrop. Very
Okay.
nicely done to open up this site. Now, Northwood just left with Logan, and you really consider, I mean,
I've
Northwood
done
economy
it.
is very, very good. So do you think Logan saves this operator here?
Yes,
I mean,
100%.
he definitely should. I mean,
It's a 1v5. There's no reason to go
Tree
for
that he
this.
used
He's
to
got
get better lighting decks.
1,550
Funny,
credits.
you know,
and majority of his
it's pretty
util.
funny.
Yeah, I cannot imagine a world
those
where he
photos
goes
are
for
so
this.
I took a
funny.
thumbnail
Viper
photo
actually
the other day
decided
like
to
that,
ult in
and
the
it was pretty
He
funny.
actually like went out of his way
Or
to come in and ask me. You came
Did that
into
ult
my
come through
room
post-plant?
and you were
Yeah.
like, "Can
That
I
is
grab
an
you
interesting
for
decision.
like photos?" I'm like, what? It's like I need you to
I-
boost
I
me up for
also
better light.
Could see a world where hunting doesn't even make sense here. Like, yeah, you want to take this op out of his hands if you can. I don't even know if they have. No, he has one, because I don't think he ever shot.
Oh, Auto
He
mod.
backed off on the initial. No, he did. He took an initial challenge against Cypher.
Auto
in
mod's so
1v1.
silly.
Sometimes
Now
so silly.
Logan's got to scramble.
they're-
I feel
they're
like you go up
swarming for
ropes
him.
here, and it's just hiding
Hide.
in halls. It's pretty
Hide.
easy to hide here, just because there's no real way to get back up into halls. You kind of just can tuck around a corner and kill out the clock.
That's a real cinematic
killed
shot.
up
I like
the clock.
this.
Yeah, on the
Indeed, that is what
waves
Logan was
rolling
able to
in.
do. Winthrop, they're able
That's
to attack another one
nice.
on the board for themselves. They actually won 2 of the last 3, so they're starting to pick up the pace here now on their end. Northwood's buy.
What are you
is
doing?
A lot more
Get it
scrappy
together.
Than I actually anticipated.
dropped my
considering
jersey.
The scoreline that we saw. So
They
She's
just lost the round.
wasted.
Yeah,
Two
that makes
sips
sense.
of
Full
this.
buy coming into that previous round,
You like
and
it?
then they lose the round.
It's really good. I don't know if I've ever
Gonna
had this
result in
flavor.
a couple.
tried
I
just
believe,
that?
Which is
stingers,
cursed
a
because it's the
sheriff.
watermelon flavor.
Joining
I
alongside
could
that
for
Volta,
sure
Logan
have
save.
had
Oh my goodness, you know they are headed towards B when. It's going to be the Cypher. A 1 versus 5 to
It's-
work
it's
with.
really
Benji,
sweet,
what do you got in ya.
I do like it.
Yummy.
Dude, they were just
Not
running
much.
into the cyber trip. They still haven't
Benji
broken
gets
it.
gunned down. Now you did see at the start of the
My
round,
God.
Logan dropped the op over to Dip, popping the knives instead. You still
Come
have
on.
KO ult. You've got Hunter's Fury.
Come
You've
on,
got
Winthrop.
Viper Pit
If
as
we
well.
get-
You've got a lot to lean on if you're Northwood, but I do feel like you're going to save some of that for the round that follows.
If
Don't be
Winthrop at least
surprised
gets
if
one more
Viper's
round,
Pit gets
they are
popped
in
the
this
next
for
round.
sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Breeze is
Like,
really
KO
defender
ult.
sided now, especially
It's
with
all gonna
Cypher
depend
buff.
on what happens with the knives. Oh, the timing!
No
Darkus!
way! He picks
Now
up
you
2
pop
with a
that ult.
classic?
And now he finds one with the Bulldog
That
too.
keeps
Renz will
happening
get the
today.
trade-off, but we're in a 3-on-2. Northwood does a
Mason.
player advantage. They know exactly where both players are. The Sheriff, it's not going to do
The
enough. You know where the
shorty.
last one is. You just got to find the kill. He peeks out with the headshot. Darkus will find out
got
the 4K, and he has the stick. Darkus,
gonna have,
you
like, 2 or
are
3 seconds.
him.
Yeah. That was, I was actually surprised he didn't just pop the ult to guarantee it. Kill the trip, take care of any utility they could have left to throw at you. That deep in the round, they're not going to have a ton. But still, why make it harder for yourself, you know?
Why?
Even
It's the
still,
classic
now
beat
coming into the final
shorty
round,
now.
Viper's Pit's going to get
Why
popped
did that?
here.
Why did
That
that
was
work?
The KO
nuts.
ult. You've got Hunter's Fury. We've seen Dip pretty
Holy,
happy with
he's
that one.
20
Just
and
gonna let it
8.
fly early in
He's
the round.
actually smurfing in this
Would not
lobby.
be shocked at all to see
No,
it start
that's
out the round.
crazy.
Sometimes you just lock in,
Darkus,
bro.
though, what a
Holy
performance. 20
crap.
and 8 from a player who typically plays Breach and doesn't get an opportunity to shoot people very often.
Yeah, he's having a
Jeez.
very nice game for himself
That
here
was
right now.
crazy.
Him getting
See
2 with the
Infiltrator
like,
pop
if he
those
gets
knives
1, that's a
as
great thing to have
anticipated.
Oh,
happen as
yeah.
with the classic.
See if he can
Kills
benefit
2 with the
Winthrop here now
classic
in
and
this
picks up a
round.
rifle, kills 2 more.
Crazy.
As we see
That
things
was a round that
really
Winthrop had
slow
in the
down.
bag, and they
Still
needed it.
They're gonna rotate things over back towards the B site here
Oh
now.
my
Cypher's
gosh,
gonna be
dude.
here. We got Silva
Goodness,
playing
this
a
is
very, very
nuts.
passive angle over towards B, able to quickly rotate to A if need be, but it's definitely going to be towards this B site here now. It's now going to be Renz looking to get some information, pushes through. Benji going to be right there just trying to take whatever duel he can, and Benji and Dip, they
Oh,
find a couple
no.
kills. Benji stays up here as well. Renz going to try to see what he can do. Does get a very nice flashbang off, but he cannot close out the kill. Now Benji ready for this one. Might be able to just take down Renz here. Nasi finds one. Renz getting ready to go for a bit of a peek here soon, but Benji,
no.
he's just watching and holding. 4v3 in favor
Oh,
of Northwood still.
that's
Darkus
such a good
barely staying
stack
alive
on
as
the
an op shot
backside.
whiffs by him. Northwood, can they hold on?
Okay.
Yeah, that felt like
Wait,
it was
2v2?
inevitable.
2v2?
Benji was alive in that position
2v2,
for
Darkus
just
really
way
hurt?
too long. It's a 2-on-2, and again, you've got this KO ult still holding on to it, which is somewhat surprising here from Darkus. Doesn't matter in the end.
Jeez,
Logan just hits
man.
the
They're hitting
shots,
the brick
so
wall right now.
Now he pops it.
Yeah,
Gotta speed up that defuse, right?
yeah,
Isn't that how it
100%.
works?
2 times speed. But it's going
It
to be...
should be. Let's go. Make that the
9
next
to
patch
3.
update. It's like a kit.
So it's
Could you
9-3.
imagine? That would be crazy.
That'd be awesome.
So it's 9-3.
I don't think there's like...
Stim Pack should speed it up too. Stim
Gosh.
Beacon
Who
could
keeps
speed
yelling
up
in the
defuse.
background? The players.
That would be crazy. But
The
Northwood,
players
they're going
keep
to take
yelling
another
in the
9-3
background.
half here so far. I mean, pretty dominant, but
That's
like
insane.
I mentioned,
Does KO
I
actually
feel like I've
speed
said
the
this a
fuse?
bunch,
No.
but
That'd
can
be
they close
sick,
out?
That'd be
though.
awesome.
The closing out has been something that hasn't been too difficult for Northwood, but we've seen more hiccups in the second half of their games rather than the first.
We have not seen a single 6-6 half on any of the stream games.
Wow.
All of the stream matches have been like 8-4, 9-3, 10-2.
Have we seen any 7-5s?
Oh,
or-
where is
No.
this?
Wow.
Increase.
But the thing is, that's
Super far
crazy
out.
too,
That
is that we haven't
stunning.
really seen a
Yeah,
6-6
yeah.
or a 7-5 half, but we have seen a ton
You gotta
of
just ghost
close
mode some of the maps.
Yeah,
Put a
because
lot of
the
work
second
into the
half
outside
proves
of them.
Wow,
problematic
I
for
haven't done
teams.
that. I only did
Which
that on
little
could
When
end up being the
when
case
Sunset
here.
came out.
Winthrop's already off to a great start. They found the opener
that
on a
close.
follow-up.
See all-
Dip
yeah,
does
they're
get a
right
trade
there.
At least makes it a 4-on-3 as we start the pistol round here.
Both
in
teams
the
are
second
right
half.
there.
It's important to note that Northwood's up currently 1-0 in the series. It is a best of 3, so winning this map would send them to Istanbul. Now Dip gets one more
Jeez.
before the shock dart lands at his feet.
I like this.
The bigger piece of that is losing the spike in mid. That stings.
Nice.
Benji with a great shot.
I want to see this.
And a
not get
cyber
close.
cage as well to
We're
play
doing
games
well,
right now.
Melon.
with
Hope
the
you're
other
doing
side.
well, Mason.
Yeah.
It's really going to
How've
come
your
down
streams
to
been?
who can get back to this spike. So it's going to be this duel
Been
between
gaming,
Darkest and
bro.
On
Gucci.
the stream grind. Let's go.
Darkest and Gucci. What a combo. It's going to now be
Go
here.
take over for
Darkest
them.
Searching.
Let's go- let's
that
go
was an
sub in.
interesting
I popped in your
timing here.
stream, like,
Darkest will actually
yesterday, I
make his
think.
way out the spike. I think the sound cube might have been picked up here. As
Gosh,
Benji finds
Benji's
one
just
on
freaking
Anasi.
hunting him down
All
right
up
now.
to just one. That's going to be Gooch. It's tries to find some movement here now, and finding a couple of kills, not able
Timing.
to. Benji picks up a 3K here on this one, and Northwood, they move on to double digits. They continue with their
That's so funny.
momentum, and we are 3 rounds away, Buck, from crowning Northwood as our USA National Champions. And alongside that, we are 3 rounds away
Jeez, this is
from seeing them
crazy.
in Istanbul.
Unfortunate timing there for Gucci. Gucci's jumping on the boxes to try to get a height advantage
Let's go,
as
Philly
the
already.
peek
Let's
comes through.
go.
So
Oh my
literally gets spotted
gosh,
mid-jump.
That's the best.
I mean, with pistols at that distance, you really just, there's nothing you can do. You're kind of dead. But
Oh yeah.
Oh my
10 rounds
gosh.
compared to just
Yo
3
guys, can we
Wait,
get
we
Mason?
might
do it, we
seem
can do it.
insurmountable, but we've seen comebacks. We've seen, unfortunately, a lot of fake ones.
We have seen
Guys, can we get
a-
Mason to 50
a lot
followers
of,
real quick at
uh,
least?
We can do it, we
He's
can
4
do it.
followers
13s,
away. Join us in
13-11s,
following
a lot of
Mason.
games that
Let's
shouldn't have
go.
gotten to the point that they did.
Let's go. Let's go.
9-3 halves that seemed out of reach.
Nice. He's at 50
Suddenly,
followers.
in the
Let's
blink of an eye, we're
go.
not.
I'm
But
sure you
they
already have
almost
the average
always
viewers
started
for
Oh my gosh,
affiliate.
let's
pistol
go,
round.
Mason.
This time, giving up the pistol round makes things
Oh my
so
gosh.
much harder. That
I'm
said,
shocked you didn't
still
get
a
up to
pivotal
50 when
here.
I hosted you the other day.
Facing off against what isn't exactly the strongest buy coming in from Northwood, given the situation. Obviously, they win pistol, but they're going to come into this with some SMGs,
Nice.
some Marshals. There's a
All right, he's an
scenario
affiliate.
where
Let's
Winthrop
ban him.
can walk away with the victory here and start to chain rounds together.
First
There's
affiliate stream
definitely
win.
the possibility there here. As now we do see Critical trying to go for a bit of a jump peek over towards mid. We'll have the Marshal
50, I'm
in
at 38.
hand.
Easy.
Drone gets sent up and
Loon's next,
flying
boys.
over, trying to just get some information. Both drones being used here now. Nasi is actually going to dodge the drone. They might not think he's peeking into this
That's
main
awesome.
position. And gonna give him the angle. Right as Dip looks to go for a shot himself. Dip not going to be
One.
tagged by that Marshal shot there quite yet.
Oh!
Dip will actually connect on an ADS headshot. As Nasi
Wow.
goes down.
Wow, how
5-4
did he get a
player
Vandal?
Advantage for Northwood. And I believe they're just going to try to make their way in onto site here. Double smoke.
Oh,
coming
never
through
mind.
for
Sorry.
Cypher
I see.
is going to allow them into the
I thought-
backside of this one. And now Infiltrator, he's going to be scanned
Oh
out.
my
He's going to be
gosh.
shot down. Gets a little bit of damage off. Now the
Oh
spike
my
to be
gosh.
planted. Only 8 seconds remain. It goes down. Dip will find
yeah.
one. Then the Marshal from the back line. Not enough. Northwood, 5 players alive.
Holy cow.
Winthrop is going to be just trying to hold on, but it's going to be very...
Oh my
they're
gosh,
looking into a
he's
sea of
fighting
red.
a war. He's fighting the
Another
war.
4K. We've seen quite a few of them today, especially towards the tail end of the day.
Wow.
Northwood inching closer and closer to a trip to Istanbul to represent US. Reigning world champions looking to repeat success, but in different fashion. This time they had to make a lower bracket run.
Hey
They
guys,
had to do things just a little
so
bit
the
differently
stream
than
we're
the last
watching
time
may or
around.
may not be on a 3-minute
One would
delay.
argue it's
I don't know if
maybe
you can hear anything.
they've had
but,
to fight through a different scenario and they've proven successful in that situation. And
So I don't know. So I don't know what happened.
What's gonna
Let's just all
happen?
lean in and wonder.
I mean, it was
And
maybe
wonder
20
what
minutes and a half,
happened.
So yeah, sure, you could argue that the last few
I don't.
minutes
Who could? I don't know what they're talking about actually.
coming in from player who usually plays breach.
Hey guys, I got.
Just doesn't get to do
Who's
that.
got 5 gifted if Northwood
Just
wins
setting
this?
up everybody else.
Well, Darkus, you're getting to a lot.
Who's got? I got a weird
I
feeling.
got a sneaky suspicion.
Anyone got 5 gifters?
As we do see Benji actually might be finding himself an angle here, and Ali finds the first one on Infiltrator. Benji will find the second on Nasi, and now just like that is a 5 versus 3. Northwood is inching closer,
Wow.
closer
This is,
to closing out this event.
This is rough.
Winthrop, they got a lot of pressure on their shoulders to keep themselves alive here in this one.
They don't.
It's 5v3 Northwood.
What did Nick Gang 30 say? Never back down, never what?
We're really locked
Inside
in the
here right
game
now.
here, man.
Oh no.
I gotta figure out what
That's gonna be
happened.
awkward. The orb's gonna go down. No mollies to be seen as the knife.
I don't know what
Again,
they're
we
talking
talked
about right
now.
How
Yeah, this
valuable
is
a KO knife
crazy.
can be on this map. When it comes to shutting down the anchors, specifically Viper and Cypher, those two pretty much
What's up, Mike?
nullified by
Oh,
that
man,
knife,
that's-
and that's
oh.
exactly what's been.
I don't know what
pretty
happens in the
successful
next
here
minute and a half.
for Northwood.
That is.
Now they find
This is
themselves
insane though. Can we
at
talk about
match
this for a
and
second?
series
How
point,
dominant this
12-3,
is?
One
This-
round
the-
away.
Sorry.
From a nice
12
flight
is
to Istanbul.
crazy.
Yeah.
A nice flight to Istanbul will be
That's
great.
like-
I have heard it's a pretty long flight
This
here
is-
from the US of A,
It is.
but you know, you
This
can
is
enjoy
like-
yourself. I'm sure
I think the most dominant showing in the entire top 8 tournament altogether. I think the biggest win before this was 12 or was 13-4. So this map is now the biggest win. So hey, if anyone doubted that Northwood was going to be the the team to win it or team to earn this spot, I think they proved it here.
I believe
Nice.
they did.
Northwood.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe they
They'll
proved
say-
it. I don't know. It
Oh,
might be
no.
this round.
Hey,
I-
He's
Corbin.
gonna pop his ulti, and that is gonna find some decent damage. One more shot to work with, a little bit off target. And Dark is
Hey.
on site. He's been good all day long. Penny
3v3.
continuing
Oh,
that. Logan
3v2. Logan.
Anything's
Logan
possible.
hunting for more.
I
He's
don't know
got
what
the
happened
advantage.
here.
He knows where both of these
Possible.
players are coming from. The reload will allow these kills to come
That was
through.
so funny
If
when
he can play
Anything-
different
freaking
anything's
Adam walked up.
possible.
Verse. It's a 3 versus 1. Winthrop Blast alive, and it is over.
Holy
Northwood
crap.
are your
Oh
USA
my
National
gosh.
Red Bull Campus Clutch champions, and they will be finding themselves in Istanbul in just a few short weeks.
Doing
GG.
it
No
again.
way.
Northwood
No way.
reigning world
What?
champions last year. They
Holy,
took
who had the
trophy
5
home
gifted?
for the US
Who had the
event
5 gifted on Northwood?
as they picked up the win in Sao Paulo.
Wow,
And now they're
dude.
looking to do it in a different continent as they managed to walk away victorious in 2-0 fashion. And honestly, it
Adam
didn't
walking
really
with
look like they were sweating
behind
too
us.
much. throughout that
Damn,
series. It was
Mason,
very
thank you for the 5
one-sided,
gifted.
Strong performance
Oh
coming out
my
from Northwood.
Damn, no way.
They even got here. I think a lot of people were like surprised by that. They were never.
They're
looked at
announcing
as
it
a
now. That's
favorite.
perfect.
They said it even in the interviews. Not a favorite, not an underdog, just sort of here. Like,
Bunch of ours with another 5. Let's go.
Just sort of in the middle of the pack. And as a result, they flew under the radar. And they had
Yeah, good for
strong
them, though.
performances to get to this point. But
We'll be seeing
unfortunately, when it
Northwood
matters most, they
in
fell flat.
Turkey.
Yeah,
For sure.
be-
Myself
we'll be
coming
hanging
into
out with
this
them in
event, I had
Turkey.
Winthrop at, like,
pretty
3-4.
awesome. I like
So
this graphic.
Probably 4.
Wow.
They
Straight to the
definitely
point.
exceeded my
Northwood.
expectations. Personally, I'm
Northwood.
very excited to continue to see how Winthrop performs this year. And
10
anything else
subs
they
for
do
the
compete in. That being
shocking
said, congratulations to Northwood.
That's actually insane.
Yeah,
That
that's pretty
was
insane. That's
so
like really dominant. Can I tilt the camera over there?
They're giving it. They just got
Eh,
the trophy.
frick.
They just got the trophy.
They got the trophy over there.
Frick.
We could see them lift the trophy in 3 minutes.
In 2
Or they might
minutes,
just walk
folks.
behind us. We'll see.
They might. You never know.
Oh my gosh. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys decided to, hang out with us tonight, I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I know it was like, well, last minute to go live here, but it was pretty sick. It turned out really well. Round of
Yeah.
applause for Northwood. No way.
Northwood.
Yeah, GG's all around. Big shout out to Red Bull for having us here, just at this
Absolutely.
whole event and stuff. And big shout out to just like Ignite Gaming, the whole like LAN center here. Is pretty awesome. It was a really, really cool like everything here. So
Yeah, it was a very well-run event for sure.
yeah, pretty stoked to be here. Pretty excited.
Pretty
Um,
awesome.
Let me say who's online.
Who is online? Jerbifer playing the finals.
Should probably host a Valorant person.
I agree.
She's streaming Fortnite. Come on.
Come on. Come
Oh, they get
on.
championship rings.
Wait, that's sick. They get little championship rings. That's awesome. So many people are going to be playing Fortnite.
Oh yeah, everyone's playing Fortnite.
Red Bull Campus Clutch US winners.
Bum, 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 bum. We could host Collegiate Valhub. Not so.
Hey, we really could.
Oh man.
Sage.
Yeah, no, this is
Mommy.
insane though. This is a crazy time. All right, let's host Frog.
Yes.
Premier Team Frog.
Frog.
All right,
Frog.
guys.
24 hours stream.
24 hour. No way.
What is that? Oh my gosh.
All right. What game did you cast? I cast the first game and then the winners finals. So, both those were fun for sure.
So there's gonna be an after party right here. I think it just started.
I think the after
I
party
think the
just
after party
started.
Just started.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. We're gonna rate Frog. Insane performance from Northwood here, guys. Mel and I are gonna be in Turkey
Yes.
with Northwood, supporting the USA, and also I'm gonna be co-streaming the whole event and stuff. And it's gonna be awesome. So I'll see you guys in Istanbul for the Red Bull Campus Clutch World Finals, where we're gonna pick this entire thing up. I'm gonna be posting some short-form content on TikTok about this event and hyping up Northwood and stuff. It's gonna be dope. So
The
hope
whole
to see you
Red
guys
Bull
there.
Gaming, you'll see some of the content there as well.
Yeah. When is it? It's in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving
the
week.
of Thanksgiving.
I think we're actually streaming on Thanksgiving Day. So
We're having
hey,
an Istanbul Thanksgiving. We're gonna be in Turkey for Turkey Day.
turkey.
It's perfect.
We can have turkey in Turkey on Turkey Day.
This is epic. This is great.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We're gonna raid Frog, and thank you guys again just for hanging out. I really appreciate you guys being here. I know this isn't the usual content, so anytime you guys show up for stuff like this really means a lot to me. So, I'll be back streaming either tomorrow night or I'll be live on Monday. I'm not exactly sure yet. I'm going to be gaming, we'll be grinding, we'll play Suika game, we'll do all this stuff. Thanks again for watching. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Thank you for all the gifteds. And yeah, have a great rest of your time. Let's go. Let's all cheer on Northwood and Turkey. Who's down? Let's go. All right, peace, guys. Love you all.
Bye, bye,
Bye,
bye,
bye,
bye,
bye,
bye,
bye.
bye.